Good afternoon. It's 3 o'clock. I'm Joseph Bonanno live from Kings Bowl. The Titans got their first chance to use the top priority in the waiver order today, acquiring cornerback Jalen Armour-Davis, linebacker Dorian Mousey, defensive lineman TJ Ravenel, and cornerback Samuel Womack III. They also officially signed defensive tackle Shai Tuttle. In response to the moves, the team released center Corey Levin, who started throughout all training camp, and waived defensive tackle Timmy Horn, linebacker Curtis Jacobs, cornerback Gabe Judy Lawley, and offensive lineman John Ojukwu. The team also signed 14 players to the practice squad, including wide receivers Mason Kinsey, Xavier Restrepo, James Prochet, running backs Jordan Mims and Jamar Jefferson, and quarterback Trevor Siemian. For our foundation repair and water prevention needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Balls. This is 104.5 The Zone.
I don't hear the station very well. Better. All right, Ross, we're good.
I need more station. Thank you. I need one of these.
3HL 104.5 The Zone. Britt Doherty with you on a beautiful Wednesday in the Music City. Hope you're having a great day. We are at Kings Bowl and in Cool Springs. And if you've got a fantasy football draft, bring it here today.
Bring it.
From 3 until. I'm staying after 6 o'clock. And so if you want to come at 6 and do it after work, you can. If you want to come during the show, you can. There are specials and all kinds of things going on. And Babsy just pulled up the King Summer Sips.
Summer Sips.
We need one of these, right?
I desperately need one of these.
Berry Bliss Mule, Popsicle Punch, Washington Apple, Margarita, Meant to Be,
Oh.
Purple Paradise, $10.
What is this Berry Bliss Mule? Hey, boss man. Dave. Can I drink on air? No, I'm talking to you, boss man.
Can you bring her mic down a little bit also?
Can I drink on air?
They're giving us permission today. It's been a day.
He said, you want me to buy it?
Yes, Dave Elliott. By the way, if you want to invest in us or any of the shows on 104.5 The Zone, contact Dave Elliott. Dave, what's your phone number at the station? Yeah. 615-312-3502 if you want to invest with the station. 615-312-3502. There you go. We would love to talk about
His
your
name's
business.
Dave.
And Dave Elliott, he's great. I used to sell radio back in the day, and he was my sales manager.
How funny is that?
Yeah, that's one of my greatest accomplishments in my career is that I never got fired from being a salesperson.
Good job, Mayor.
Thank you, Dawn. I appreciate it. It got close a little bit, but
Does that mean that you're full of Shiano sometimes?
no. Here's the thing, and you're gonna love this about me.
By the way, I'm married to a sales guy, so
Yeah.
I'm not knocking him.
I tell my salespeople, like, when we go in to talk with prospective clients, I tell our marketing people, like, I'm going to listen to them, and I'm going to try to figure out what they need, because our job, honestly, behind the curtain is to help you grow your business. That is our job. And we do anything and everything we can to help make that happen. And you guys listening ultimately make that happen through your support of us, a radio station, and everything that goes on. And it's one big happy family and all those things. But I tell our salespeople, I'm going to listen to them. I'm going to ask them what they need. And if I think that we can't help them, I'm going to tell them.
Yep.
Because I don't want to waste anybody's time or money. And so that's kind of where it is. But I know you're the same way. Slade's the same way. And we do go on calls. So, like, if you call Dave and want to meet with us, and we'll go.
We'll come meet with you.
We'll come meet with you because we want to learn more about the businesses that support us, and we want to help you grow your business, and we want to learn more about the people that listen. But anyway.
Also, we love Middle Tennessee. So.
That's right. I didn't have this down to go down today, but 615-312-3502. And if you want to call Ross, you can, and he'll give you that information as well. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport with you, and I guess I should say Don Davenport is here.
I'm in the building. Hit it, Ross. Let's go.
Just to clarify, it is Ross in the studio, right? Okay, good.
By the way, this song is on Shrek. Did you know that?
It's on Shrek?
Yes, because
I've never seen Shrek.
my beautiful daughter is on a Shrek kick, so we have now watched it for 5 straight days. And every time it comes on, I'm like, hey, that's Mommy's song. Why is it your song, Mommy? I'm like, never mind. We'll talk about it when you're older.
Zeph Dog is here. What up, Zeph? Your mic's not on. Kirby?
Turn him up, Curb.
Zeph needs to be on at all times, especially with Slay not here.
Did you know that they're coming out with a Shrek 5?
What? There are 4 Shrek movies?
I didn't even know there was 4.
Yes, there are 4 Shrek movies. Shrek 5 is scheduled to be released in 2027, and they did some like pre-pictures of it, like what it'll look like, and they kind of changed what Shrek's face looks like.
No, you can't change Shrek. Shrek.
Like they didn't like completely change it, but
Well
like
said, Don.
let me get the pictures.
Shrek is Shrek.
Like what?
Shrek
Can't change it.
Like he's an ogre.
Yeah.
Like it's slightly, like it just looks slightly
Oh,
different
they like
than the original.
softened him.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
that looks-
Why are we softening him?
That
See,
looks-
this is an example of our society as a whole. We're just getting soft. We had to soften Shrek. Why are we softening Shrek? He's an ogre.
I don't know. That looks very similar to me.
All right,
Like, I could not tell the difference.
Here is a
Oh, no,
better
he's
comparison.
softer.
Here's a better comparison.
Yep. I mean, he's
Oh, yeah, okay.
yeah.
Yep.
He's a little skinnier
Okay.
too. I'm not gonna lie.
Maybe
Is
What
this
about-
like the
lost some weight
Ozempic
this-
era? Yeah.
What about his lady, Fiona? Is that her name? Is she softer?
Yeah, Princess Fiona. Let me look.
Let's see if she's softer.
Let's
Has
see.
she had Botox in the last 4 Shreks?
There you go.
No, she looks normal.
Okay.
Let's see how many.
Oh, look, they didn't make her prettier.
See, that's where I was going.
Yeah. See.
I was going to ask if they made her pretty.
No, they didn't. No.
So they made
See?
him a little better looking.
A little better looking, but not her. See, this is. Do you see what us women have to deal with? Do you see this?
It's hard being a woman, Bev.
God. Wow. Sports Talk Radio, man. I'm on a roll already.
Yeah.
I don't give
none
a
of
damn
the
about my reputation.
none of these things were on the bingo card today.
Barry Bliss Mule. That's about to be on the bingo card.
What? Who?
A Barry Bliss Mule.
Oh, I thought that was a person. Barry Blissmule. I'm like, who is that?
No, but that's a hell of a name.
Does he play, like, is he backup center for the Georgia Bulldogs? Because you have Georgia and Marshall
Oh
coming
my
up.
gosh.
By the way, 39.5, the point spread in that game.
Well, we can ask Todd about it today. Todd Furman, our Vegas insider. I'm sure he cannot wait to talk about that. I did see somebody tweet that 39.5 is terrifying because
Kirby's like,
of what
oh,
Kirby does in those games where he, tries different things and runs the same play over and over.
I mean, he's
and
not
over.
even announcing a starting quarterback, and we all know who the starting quarterback
Are you ready for
is.
this?
Yes.
As a broadcast crew, it's Wednesday afternoon. We still don't have a depth chart. Still.
At Stuckey, too. Yeah, Tennessee doesn't have a depth chart
No,
either.
they'll get theirs on Saturday. Tennessee
Like,
will.
All of the
No,
Tennessee.
but I guarantee you their broadcasters have it.
That's a good point.
Good point. So
Like Marshall's not announcing their starting quarterback, but we know who it is.
all of the Tennessee
know.
reporters were tweeting Monday before Josh Heupel's Monday press conference, game week press conference. It's depth chart day. Blah 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 blah. They didn't get one. He said you'll get it Saturday.
I mean, I get it.
I mean,
It's
if you
a
can't do it, right?
competitive advantage if the other team doesn't know exactly who's going to be out there, right? So
Also,
I get it.
Look at
Jo-
we're stuck on the thing, on the YouTube feed.
Josh Heupel typically.
yours.
Look,
Josh Heupel typically
fine.
when he puts out his that first depth chart, it's like littered with oars at every position.
You know what they say? More oars than a rowing team.
Yeah. So I mean, I get it, I understand, but in Tennessee's history or Josh Heupel's history at Tennessee, it's not like that depth chart is really telling you anything because you got a bunch of oars there.
I see what you're saying.
that's definitely true.
So it really doesn't matter either
Here
way.
is at Stuckey 2 about the Georgia thing. Not sure I can stomach Marshall plus 39.5, but Kirby Smart is 0-13 against the spread as a 38-plus point favorite. He usually just works on different things against the Porse, i.e. running mesh, with Stetson Bennett 13 times in a row against Kent State. Drop 8 CC. Yeah, there's no way I'm going plus 39.5 on that game, and I'm not going minus 39.5 either. So y'all
You're
have
just staying
fun.
away from it, yeah.
Yeah, y'all have fun with that one.
It's just hard. You don't know who's going to play. You look at Marshall, you have absolutely no idea what that team is. They have 76 new guys on their roster. 76? Like, who knows?
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, it's a completely different team with a completely different coach.
Where do
There's
all these
no
guys
returners.
go? I mean, like, what
Well,
percentage?
that was a weird situation.
What percentage of the transfer portal entries actually end up not ever playing again?
Yeah. I mean, that's
'Cause
the
you
sad
can't-
part.
You can't find spots for all these guys, right?
I mean, how many people were there in the transfer portal? Like,
It was like 900 or something.
I think
No, it was like
it's
3,000.
It's in the thousands.
was.
It's in
Yeah.
the several
It was like
thousands.
3,000, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that
I mean,
that
it
furthers my
it
point.
works out great for some players and not for others, so.
That
So
works.
the 2025 transfer portal had more than 3,400 FBS football players alongside, that's basketball, 2,300 basketball players.
Yeah. I mean, it's nuts.
Coconuts.
But that's all right.
Slate Dog
Tennessee
is
has a starting quarterback because of it.
right, but that's what brought up you're not getting a depth chart until Saturday when somebody asked who's the backup. And Josh Heupel was like, "You'll find out Saturday when we release the depth chart."
But also, it's going to say "or" anyway.
Exactly.
So it really doesn't
That's what I'm
I
saying.
don't know on that one. I mean, Merklinger's got to be the backup, right? And
I mean, he should.
Yeah, and I'm not saying anything bad about George because I think that he, from everything I've heard, he's been way better quicker than they thought that he would be. And like he was legit getting snaps to kind of see where they were with him. But it's got to be Merklinger and then
George is just young. That's
Yeah,
all it is.
I mean, yeah.
Heupel doesn't play the young guys.
Listen, one of them's going to be gone after this year.
That's right.
Yeah, they got the number one quarterback in the country coming in next
My
year.
guess it would be Merklinger at this point, but we'll see. Obviously, we're a long way away from that,
Yes.
or just a few
We got
months.
a full season.
We're just a few months away, according to Boo Carter's mom, who keeps tweeting things. What is going on with this?
Hold on. First of all, can you, Zeph, describe what she actually put out there? I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, so this all started back when the rumors about Boo. Actually, it was probably the first go around where he wanted more money, or he wanted to play on offense, or else he was going to enter the portal. When that came out, this is what she put out today. In a few more months, we're going to be unreachable.
In all caps.
In all caps. And then on her story, she put a stat from Colorado saying 6 of Coach Prime's players at Colorado made the initial 53-man rosters in the NFL. And she said, clock it on there. Now, Boo was in a recruitment battle between Tennessee and Colorado before he ultimately chose Tennessee. Over the last couple months, especially with Boo's situation, she has just been on Facebook just tweeting, I'm not a Vol fan. I've never been a Vol fan. I'm only here for Boo. Like, stuff like that, left and right, saying how she can't wait until they can get out of here. So I don't know. It's one of those situations where it seems like family is getting into it. I just hope it doesn't affect where he is at this season and his mental on the field this year.
We are broadcasting live from Kings Bowl in Cool Springs. Bring your fantasy football draft here. Here's the other thing. You can show up and not be doing fantasy football. I mean, you can hang out with us and drink any of these drinks at Summer Sips that are $10 a piece. They've got great food here, so you can definitely get that done.
If
There's
you buy
no
a
doubt
pitcher of
about
beer,
it.
you get a free pizza.
That is true. How about that?
I mean, that's the most important part of what we're talking
the
about.
official copy. Join 104.5 The Zone at 3HL at King's Dining and Entertainment at Cool Springs as we broadcast live today for our football season kickoff and fantasy football draft. Fantasy football leagues, bring your crew to Kings as our Brent Doherty, that's me, hosts their fantasy football draft party starting at 6 p.m. Again, you can do it during the show, too. That includes great food and drink specials, such as every pitcher of beer purchased comes with a free pizza. Plus, we'll have tons of giveaways and prizes. Check out Kings Bowl. Even if you can't get here today, great place to watch games. They have 3 massive televisions behind the bar, and then underneath those 3 massive televisions, they have 10 more televisions. And in the back of the room, they have 5 more televisions. So perfect place for you to watch here. let's see. Steven on YouTube. You can watch the show live, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
Thank you, Babs. The F&M bank chat is open. Steven says, please sign Levin to the practice squad. He is signed to the practice squad. We'll give you all of that information. There were 4 waiver claims. They have signed 2 total players in addition to the 4 waiver claims. They have released 5 players. We've got all of that information for you. We have the practice squad for you as well. Restrepo did make it. I'll go ahead and tell you that, as we've all said
Everybody
for
can
months.
celebrate.
That's right. So we've got all that coming up. If you want in your opinion of what they've done in terms of roster management heading into the Denver Broncos game about 10 days away, if my math is correct. What day is it? I never know what day it is. I never know what date it is, which gets me in trouble all the time. It's never intentional, but it happens. 615-737-1045.
Ten and a half. Okay, an important message for you from our good friends at Bart Durham Injury Law. Some lawyers out there will chase ambulances. Saw 3 wrecks on my way over here to King's Dining and Entertainment as well today. And maybe you're involved in one of those. And there are lawyers out there that will do anything to get your attention. If someone calls you after you've been involved in a wreck, they're breaking the law. And some of those lawyers will do that. But that is not Blair Durham. That is not Blair Durham and his team at all. Marine veteran, Blair and the team at Bart Durham Injury Law, they don't play those games, but when you make the call, they are there waiting for you and they answer. They're local, they're trusted, they're ready to fight for you. No gimmicks, just a team that is on your side from the start. So if you or someone you love is ever in a wreck, don't forget Blair's number, 615-242-9000. Local, trusted, ready to fight for you. That is Bart Durham Injury Law, 615-242-9000.
3HL 104.5, The Zone Wednesday edition. Coming up tomorrow, Babs and Slay both out. So Stoney Keeley will sit in studio, and we'll talk a lot of Titans football. We also have Danny Cannell to give some college football bets for the weekend and to give him crap because Dawn will not allow him to be on the show without him receiving crap.
Yes. He is a known SEC hater.
Yeah, and he spends lots of time on social media doing that, so we always give him crap. And honestly, like, if you've never heard him on the show but just know him from social media and think you don't like him, he's phenomenal on the radio. We have so much fun with him. So he'll be on at 3:20. 4:20 will be Greg Cosell. So we'll talk about all of the new Titans that they picked up today. And I know that Stoney likes to get really nerdy on film stuff, so I told him he can ask him. Obviously, he can ask Cosell any question about any of the guys on the roster if he has any questions about what the film shows about some of the guys to match up what he sees. Him and Zach Lyons love to go to the Senior Bowl, so they're nerdy about all that stuff, and we love it. So that'll happen, and at 5:20 will be Ramon Foster. Coming up on Friday, going to be broadcasting live. It's kind of our college football kickoff. In fact, that's exactly what it's called as I read it now. 104.5 The Zone's college football kickoff is this Friday at Yazoo Brewing Company in Madison, thanks to Porch Factory and Logo Brand. So the two co-hosts filling in for Babsy and Slay are Kevin Dyson and Mark Mariani. So we're going to have a lot of fun.
Pretty good group.
Talking Titans football. I think Mark Mariani will have his first blood in the water pick as college football weekend number 1 is coming up.
He did pretty well, didn't he?
Yes.
Last year.
So what he does with the blood in the water pick is wins far outweigh the losses. So when he wins, because of the way that he bets this, it's outright winners that are underdogs. So, for example, Ohio State is a 2.5-point favorite. It bounces back and forth, 2.5 to 1.5. That's where the push is right now. But they're favored. If he goes Texas with his blood in the water pick, that's the underdog pick. You win more money with the money line.
I think that'd be a good pick, too, by the way.
It might be. That's exactly where I went. I went Texas money line. Chris Lowe, when he joins us on Mondays, just kind of rapid fire says things in conversation, and you almost get lulled to sleep. And then he just drops nuggets. He's like, Texas is winning that game, I think. And I'm like, Texas winning that game? Anyway, so we're doing that Friday. We're going to celebrate the start of college football season from 10 a.m. until 6 p.m. with 104.5 The Zone. The Buck Rising Show will be there. Cover 2 will be there. 3HL will be there. And while you are there, you can sign up for a chance to win Tennessee football season tickets and prize giveaways each hour. Plus, try the pregame Pilsner. Yes, 104.5 The Zone logo is on this Pilsner. And enjoy free kickoff T-shirts and glasses while supplies last. To learn more, visit 1045thezone.com/events. That's going on from 10 until 6 on Friday, the Zone's college football kickoff at Yazoo Brewing Company in Madison, thanks to Porch Factory and Logo Brands. Dave Elliott, another question for you. What's the Slay brand that we're working on with Yazoo at some point? IP Slay instead of IPA, which you could take a number of ways. I think is great and funny and all of those things, but IP Slay coming at you in just a little while. But we are at Twin Peaks yesterday. We're at Kings Bowl today. And are you going to bowl today, Dawn? You going to throw some balls down the aisle at some point?
No, I got to stay off IR.
You think you would damage your shoulder?
Yes. And the only reason I say that is because it's already sore.
Okay.
They've got
Good.
the little, like, ramp things you can use.
Yeah, like for the kids. That's what Bob uses.
Jeez.
Sorry, Bob.
Can't be bowling with those.
You can't.
Come on now.
Are you going to eat some food here?
I don't
Looks
know.
good. All right, so let's go with the Titans part ways with, okay? And keep in mind, we'll get to the practice squad in just a minute. But the Titans parted ways with Corey Levin, center. They did put him on the practice squad. I'll go ahead and put
Okay,
that
I was
out
going to
for you.
say,
I
are
don't-
we going to say getting
That
rid
was
of
an
people
interesting
if
one.
and then bring them back?
Where is the practice squad? Did you send it to us?
Yeah.
Zach?
I did. I don't think Corey Levin, the signing has been official. I think it's just reported that they are intending to bring him back.
Oh, lots of things are not official.
Yeah,
But, yes, Titans' initial practice squad. Maybe I should – well, I don't know how to do this. There's lots
I don't
of
either,
moving
but you're
parts.
confusing me.
Let's start with the waiver claims because I think that's easier because
Okay.
you can match the
So,
moves they made there.
Waiver
You're
claims,
right.
there's
Court-
4 of them, right?
Right. Okay. So we'll do it that way. Corey
Okay.
Levin not officially on the practice squad, but that is the intent. But what I did want to point out with that one, and we had this discussion before the show, what that points out for them to take that risk is for him to clear waivers and then bring him back is that they feel good about Lloyd Cushenberry being ready for Denver, right? That has to tell you that.
Yes, but I still don't get it.
Yeah, you don't.
That's your backup.
If Cushenberry wasn't ready, you don't risk the guy who's been with Cam Ward, starting with Cam Ward throughout all of training camp, throughout all of preseason. As
I
his center.
totally agree with that. I think this tells you. But I told you guys the last practices we went to, I was like, dude, he's in a good place.
Mike
He was
Herndon
feeling it, too.
tweeted out pencil in Prochet and Levin as practice squad elevations for week 1.
Right.
So we'll get to all
my
of this. There's a
thought
lot
with-
going on.
Okay, so I was surprised about Prochet. Jim Wyatt was not. But he pointed out if he is on the 53-man roster right away, like he's guaranteed that salary for the year. Okay, so then it makes a little
Because
more
he's
sense.
had 3 years
Because he's
and
a
3
vested
games.
veteran.
More than 3 years, 3 games.
Correct. So I was like, okay, that makes a little more sense. Now the Corey Levin thing, that was your number one backup. That's your center that worked with your brand new rookie quarterback. I just wouldn't risk it. I'm sure that there was a conversation had behind the scenes, like, hey, we're gonna part ways, but your practice squad spot is here. You're good, whatever. I just don't know if I would have done that. Who's your other? I mean, do you feel that good about a rookie?
Jackson Slater, as I
Do you
say.
feel that good about Slater?
I think this is a wasted conversation because I think they will end up with Corey Levin on the practice squad.
I know, but what
I
I'm
get
saying
your concern,
is
for sure.
that
Like, you
I
wouldn't have
thought
tried,
that
you
was
wouldn't have tried this.
No,
you wouldn't have
because
even risked
So
him.
does
I would
signing
not have
somewhere else.
risked it.
Does this
at
mean
all.
that they feel good about Jackson Slater already? Does this mean
I
they
guess,
feel
but I
good
don't know
about
how.
somebody else? Because Rutledge is gone, so
Right.
So bringing Corey Levin back to the practice squad gives you an opportunity to later in the season be like, okay, Cushenberry's good. We want to go with Slater as our backup.
you can release him.
Thanks, Corey.
We're
Thanks, Corey
done
Levin.
with Levin,
And you
yeah.
don't have to guarantee that contract.
I mean, maybe there were no other options for Levin. I guess. I don't know.
615-737-1045. All right,
it's just weird to me.
Let's
but,
start.
Okay.
Let's stop with the parting ways with. Let's go to the waiver claims. 4 defensive players, no offensive players. Cornerback.
We knew that was coming, right?
Right. So we talked with Easton Freeze on Friday live from Nissan Stadium.
Wow.
All right, Harley, right across the street.
We're right next to the Harley store.
Yep. Easton said it was easy to come up with the offensive side of the 53 in advance of the roster breakdown, and not so easy on defense because he said the depth is horrible, or whatever word he used. So not a surprise that they used. By the way, yesterday, was it Mike Herndon that did the average waiver claims for
3.6.
the number one pick is 3.6, and we all went over on that. When we threw it at 4.5, that's where we had some resistance, but we all went over at 3.5, and they ended up with 4 that they claimed so far. Cornerback Jalen Armour Davis from Baltimore, 6'1", 197. He ran a 4.39 at the Combine. He'll be 26 on Wednesday. 4th-round pick in 2022 out of Alabama. Played 19 games in 3 seasons. He played 7 games last year, 8 tackles, 1 pass defense. He's battled injuries throughout his career, but is said to be healthy now. Had a good preseason. Played cornerback and safety in this camp. Had an interception in the last game, and got signed by the Titans. Cornerback Samuel Womack, Colts, 5'10", 190, just turned 26, so same age. Played in all 17 games for the Colts last year. 36 tackles, 2 interceptions, 9 passes defense. Going into year 4, he was a 5th-round pick in 2022 out of Toledo. He had at Toledo 41, Mike Herndon had this, 41 career pass breakups at Toledo. That is a lot.
Yeah.
In week 6, this is how he got signed. This is from Justin Mello. In week 6 against the Titans last year, he allowed 1 reception for 2 yards on 5 attempts, and that's probably where he caught their eye.
Yeah.
Linebacker Dorian Mausey, M-A-U-S-I.
I mean, Don should know. He's an Auburn guy.
Auburn guy. He led Auburn in tackles.
He led them in tackles
last year.
Wow.
Do you know what happened to us last year? Do you know how bad we were?
The defense was on the field a lot. So
Do you know-
a lot of times Auburn fans were going to get drinks when the defense was on the field after watching an
was
interception
all the
or
time.
He also went to
a
Duke.
fumble. Yes, he did. If you'll let me get there. Vikings, 6'1", 234, undrafted this year, played at Duke, and then Auburn, led Auburn in tackles last year against Kentucky last year. Mossy, 10 tackles, 2 tackles for a loss, and a forced fumble. Was projected to be a 6th-round pick by some, went undrafted, and now is into the competition level with the Titans linebacker position. Defensive end, C.J. Ravenel is the 4th guy from Baltimore, 6'5", 300 pounds. He's 25 years old. He had 2 preseason tackles, played at Missouri Western. I know very little about this guy. I couldn't even find much about this guy. So those are the 4. Cornerback Jalen Armour Davis, cornerback Samuel Womack, linebacker Dorian Mousey, defensive end C.J. Ravenel. They also pick up Clay Webb, an offensive lineman, interior offensive lineman, former 5-star offensive lineman with Georgia. Ended up going to Jacksonville State, was at the Senior Bowl. So we'll talk with Stoney about him tomorrow. He was on the Broncos, and they've added him to the roster. Also, Shai Tuttle they did yesterday. They officially signed him today. Defensive lineman, played at Tennessee. Played in New Orleans for a while and was at Carolina last year. And so those are the additions. The Titans part ways with Corey Levin. He is not officially signed to the practice squad. Defensive tackle Timmy Horn. Linebacker Curtis Jacobs. Cornerback Gabe Judy Lally from Tennessee. And offensive tackle John Ajoku.
Maosi. Yes.
Is that what it is? Mm-hmm. How'd you find that out?
I remembered from Duke, actually.
You and your Duke Blue Devils. So that is the latest there. Looking for...
I believe it's pronounced Maosi.
Maosi.
Yeah.
That's what she just said.
Okay, cool. I was listening to a broadcast call of him.
Oh, you didn't hear me say it?
No, I had my headphones
Yeah.
off.
I'm trying to find the Complete 53, the new Complete 53. By the way, Mason Kinsey signed to the practice squad. I also need the practice. Oh, I do have the practice squad. For those with a Mason Kinsey scorecard, this from John Glennon. The Titans have now waived him 8 times and signed him to the practice squad 7 times since 2020. How about that?
Just hanging around, man. Just hanging around. Just hanging on that bottom rung. Eventually, either you're going to creep up or you're going to fall off.
Creep out. Paul Karski tweeted the initial practice squad. Kendall Brooks, safety. Ali Gay, edge guy. Cam Horsley, defensive lineman. Jamar Jefferson, running back. Mason Kinsey, wide receiver. Jordan Mims, running back. Thomas Odakoya, tight end. Amani Oriar. I thought I was done with that name.
You thought you were done. I told you were done yesterday. You were not.
Aurier.
Cornerback is back. James Prochet to the practice squad, which, again, we talked about this yesterday. I feel like we were in advance of this story, that they can call him up and be ready for, like, he can be active for the Denver Broncos game.
I bet he's going to be.
While they continue to get DK ready. Isaiah Rakes, defensive lineman. Xavier Restrepo. Wide receiver. Andrew Rupchich, they signed back to the practice squad.
Okay, so
utility
there's
offensive lineman.
a swing guy.
Carlos Watkins, defensive lineman, and Trevor Simeon, quarterback, number 3. By the way, for all the people that wanted Hendon Hooker, he signed with Carolina.
And now he's with Bryce Young, which is the 2 quarterbacks from that amazing Tennessee-Alabama game from 2022.
Bryce Young that day was 35 of 52, 455 yards and 2 touchdowns. Hendon Hooker was 21 of 30, 385 yards and 5 touchdowns. He also ran for 56 yards. That was the Jalen Hyatt 5-touchdown game, which was incredible.
I was in the student section. It was great.
615-737-1045. Do you have any alcohol running through your body?
Oh, did I?
Do you remember it?
I ended up on midfield with one of my arms wrapped around the goalpost, getting dragged through the crowd.
That's kind of dangerous. There's that thought.
Also, I'm pretty sure someone on the field gave me a full bottle of tequila and let me take a sip out of it.
On the field.
On the field.
All right.
It's not like a full bottle of tequila on Shields Watkins Field. I'm pretty sure that's what they thought about when they designed that place back in like
yeah, they pulled-
1908 or
I just
whatever.
remember seeing a backpack open up, bottle of tequila out, and hand it to me.
How in the world did they get that in?
I don't know. I didn't ask. They just
Huh.
offered it to me, and I took it.
I mean, that's pretty fascinating.
You think that was a rectum move?
Hope not.
Did you just say that out loud? Jeez.
Hey, we didn't have any 3HL bingo card entries
Oh,
yesterday.
no, now you do.
Are you just making up for it? Is that what this is?
I think we probably could have done without that one. But I am fascinated to, as long as it's not that, find out how they got it in.
Well, I mean, how do they get the catfish in? They strap it to their bodies, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know how you get an entire bottle of tequila in, though.
Or a backpack.
That's a good point. Maybe it was a staffer.
Oh, maybe it was. I don't remember,
It
to be
has to
honest.
be.
I just remember getting handed the bottle
Literally,
of
it
tequila.
has to be. That's the only way. Or a credentialed worker. Sideline reporter or something.
If somebody handed you a bottle of tequila on the field after Auburn beats Alabama, would you go into your wobble wobble War Damn Eagle kick him in the butt Big Blue chant?
Yeah, and it's Weagle Weagle.
Yeah, Brent, get it right.
Get it right.
Get the weird words right.
Laura says, "Oh Lord Mayor." Sorry, y'all. 615-737-1045. Some things are done in the name of show business. Broadcasting live at Kings Bowl, and you can come here and bowl. You can come here and eat. You can come here and drink. You can come here and do your draft party. Get your buddies together and go ahead. Maybe you plan to do it at your boy's house or whatever, and his wife's gonna get mad because you're all like in his kitchen or whatever. You can take that out of his hands and just bring everybody here. And you can do it today between now and, after the show, as a matter of fact. We'll keep going after 6, not with the show, but with the festivities here. 615-737-1045 if you want in. Quick weird story that I'm going to throw out here. Some really famous person saw a UFO. I'm going to run this by Babs next. 3HL 1045 The Zone.
What's happening is Ron Slay. I recently contacted We Grow Hair because I'm losing my hair, man. Listen, the little sunroof up there is showing. Now, I know what you're thinking. Ron, you probably getting a little cocky on us, right? Well, yes, I am. I'm watching myself on the SEC Network and on the live stream on Zone TV, and I'm not going to stand by and watch my hair just continue to fall out, people. I'm going to fix it at PAI Medical. We Grow Hair. You can lose up to 50% of your hair before you even notice it. Do what I did. Call right now for your free evaluation, 615-376-6010. For almost 30 years, We Grow Hair has been Nashville's premier hair restoration medical clinic. We Grow Hair's FDA-approved laser hair therapy plus anagen therapy is going to restore my hair. They have a trademarked hair transplant procedure that gives you 3 times more hair in one procedure. Losing your hair, fix it. Go to WeGrowHair.com, call 615-376-6010. That's 615-376-6010. Tell them Big Slay sent you.
What's up, people? How we doing on the chat today? Happy Wednesday. Hope y'all are grinding through the work week, making it out this week. I am in the studio per usual. Don't get to go on any of these fun trips, but hope y'all are doing well, man. Getting close to the Denver game. Very exciting time. Sorry, Stoney, I just saw your comment, but no, I will not be at Yazoo Brewing. I will be at the Cumulus HQ.
HL 104.5 The Zone. Right before our mics come on, Ross always says, "I'm turning you on," and I don't know.
In his deep, weird voice.
I know it's kind
It's creepy.
I'm turning you on.
Ew. All right.
Join us today at King's Dining and Entertainment at Cool Springs as we broadcast live our our football season kickoff and fantasy football draft going on today. Fantasy football leagues, bring your crew to King's as I host your fantasy football draft party starting at 6 o'clock. That includes great food and drink specials, such as every pitcher of beer purchase comes with a free pizza. Plus, we'll have tons of giveaways and prizes. King's Bowl in Cool Springs, that's where we are. And if you show up while we're on the air and do your draft, you can still do it and take advantage of the cool deal. A pitcher of beer gets you a free pizza. How about that?
Yeah, it's going on now.
I was looking at the pizzas.
Hey, the kids in Williamson County got an early release day. Y'all
Today?
Come on over. Yeah.
Classic cheese,
Why?
margarita.
School just started.
Because, Zeph, do not get me started.
And they have Monday off.
I know, but this is scheduled. We have scheduled early
Zeph,
release
let me tell you
days.
something about when
I
we
don't even.
when we were kids that we did not have a fall break.
No.
So fall break is what is that?
We sure as hell didn't have any late start days or early release days.
They schedule late start days.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Get some
Early
extra
release
sleep in.
days is a weird it's weird verbiage. Like, I'm not used to it. Early release day.
It
sounds like
very
sounds like
inconvenient for working parents.
it sounds like prison.
Yeah, like the early release program.
Yeah.
Yeah.
615-737-1045 if you want to get into some of these Titans moves. It's been a busy couple of days, obviously, as they construct this roster. By the way, Denard Wilson, Jalen Armour-Davis from Baltimore, cornerback coming in, 6'1", 197. Fourth-round pick in 2022 out of Alabama, ran a 4.39 at the Combine. His position coach in 2023 was Denard Wilson.
Really?
Yep.
Aha.
How about that? It's like
Look at the ties you
we're
find.
Angela Lansbury. There you go for your old school reference. 615-737-1045 at 3HL1045 on Twitter. And there are a lot of stories out there. There are a lot of weird stories out there as well. And one of them is a big star saw a UFO, and he posted a video on Instagram and then wrote a big, long piece about it. Dirks Bentley, country star Dirks Bentley, says he saw a UFO. He posted a video on Instagram showing several lights in the dark sky. He wrote this: "See this all the time flying east to west in the northwest sky. Been meaning to post about it for a few years. They light up, move around for a bit, and then go dark. Appear to be 70,000 feet up, but they stay in the exact same spot when you fly across the entire country. So they're in space, not satellites, not Starlink, and not meteors. Not saying they are UFO, but they are definitely unidentified flying objects." So you are saying that is what a UFO is. Okay, came for the post, here for the comments. Have you ever seen a UFO?
Can I see the video of it? Can you actually see anything?
I bet you it was just a drone.
No,
Right.
it's multiple lights. It does look weird.
Well, a drone's got
No,
multiple
he's saying
lights on
that
it.
it's been around for 3 years.
And they're
now.
way up in the sky.
No
is what
matter
he said.
where he is.
He's saying they're following him.
No.
No, he's saying it's space, which means they're in the same part of the sky all the time.
You're watching it right now. What do you see?
I don't really know how to describe it. I mean,
Perfect for this medium.
I mean, basically what he said. They're just kind of.
is that dirt on your phone?
No, dude.
Okay.
Look.
Aw, it's little blips. I don't know.
They are flying around.
What do you think? Do you think they're UFOs?
I don't know. I mean, I can, as you once said, Mayor, you can be sold anything.
Yeah, you could.
So,
I mean, isn't there? I know you've watched some documentary and gone down some conspiracy theory rabbit hole at night about how
Well, I mean,
aliens are here. And
we do have
been
Area
here.
51 for a reason, and they won't let you in for a reason, and they have like all kinds of security and will shoot you on sight for a reason.
There you go.
I mean, that justifies it to me. Plus, didn't they declassify a lot of like the military stuff with military planes flying around, seeing all kinds of
Seeing
things?
them, yeah. I don't know if they declassified
Yes,
it. but I've
Babs, I
read a
believe there are
bunch of
UFOs. I do not
Okay.
believe that this universe is small enough for just us.
There you go.
How about that?
Well,
What do you think?
go hang
have you
out
ever
with Dirks.
Have you ever seen anything you thought was like weird up there?
yeah,
d-
but I can always just describe it off as something, you know? Drone, meteorite, whatever, something.
Don't fight it,
Shooting
Dawn. Believe
star.
it.
What'd you say, Ross?
Don't fight it, Dawn. Just believe it. It's true. There are aliens here.
There probably are. All right.
All right, good topic.
Maybe Dirks.
Good talk.
Maybe Dirks Bentley. I know people listening think they've seen UFOs before. I
Dude,
know it. I
Tell
know.
Dirks to call in so we can talk about it. And what do his comments look like?
Dirks Bentley went to Vanderbilt. He's friends with Hunter that works with us.
I
Like,
know.
I'm mad at Hunter because he's never gotten him on the show. I've even met Dirks Bentley and told him, like, he listens.
Dirks,
Call.
call.
I saw something one time that I thought was something, and then I saw on News 2, Davis Nolan goes, shout out Davis Nolan, happy retirement. Davis Nolan goes, if you think you saw a UFO, those were weather balloons and blah, 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 blah. So now I just like write off it. Like an alien could literally attack me because I would think that it was a water balloon, a weather balloon. I'd be like, here comes the ray gun, and I'm like, damn you, Davis Nolan. 615-737-1045.
Are you about to ask people to call in and give us their alien stories now?
I mean, you can if you want to.
Oh,
I
boy.
know they're out there. Definitely true. Y'all, the Pac-12 extended its TV deal with the CW, which I didn't even know the Pac-12 was on the CW because I didn't even know that the CW was still a thing. Like, I thought that was like a 90s thing
Oh, no, it's still on.
with a bunch of drama shows, you know?
CW.
What did you say, Gerby? Turn your mic on.
147
He's got
networks.
expertise on the CW, which
Well,
I'm,
no,
I'm
I
here
just
for.
said there's like 100 different networks across the country for CW. My channel, whatever.
So, Oregon State and Washington State.
You just ignored it.
I mean, you do what you want with that.
Okay.
I mean,
All right.
you could maybe the aliens are listening and they're like, "Oh, CW, I'm not going to attack today." That was good information.
Mayor's like, moving on.
Yeah. So Oregon State, Washington State. I didn't know this. They are still the only members of the Pac-12 this year. It's still a two-team conference.
Yeah, then all the new additions don't start till next year, correct?
New edition, yeah. Bell Biv DeVoe. So starting next year, it's all of the states: Oregon State, Washington State, Colorado State, Oregon State,
You already said Oregon State.
Texas State, yes, Utah State. Yeah, I did. I like them so much I said them twice. Utah State, Washington State, and they've even got states that aren't really states: Boise State, Fresno State, and San Diego State.
Okay.
They're
It's
gonna-
all the
There's
states.
cities that want to be states, so they're like, man, maybe we can get closer if we join the Pac-12 with all these other states.
So
maybe people be confused.
Are there any that aren't states?
No.
No, it's all states. They're going to have to change the name of the conference, right?
Yeah, all state. Sponsored by Allstate.
Whoever the Pac-12 commissioner is right now, get on the phone with Allstate.
Allstate presented by Allstate. Yeah. Oregon State, Washington State, Boise State, Colorado State, Fresno State, San Diego State, Washington State, Texas State, Utah State. Those are all the Pac-12 teams starting next year.
I mean,
so,
that totally makes sense for their conference. Geographically, that's perfect.
So next year you're going to see like promos running on television, or maybe you won't because you're like me and you didn't even know the CW existed. But thanks to Kirby, we now know they're in 147 markets. but you'll probably see a promo like Texas State at Utah State, followed by Dawson's Creek.
So which state school are they adding next?
That's some lively entertainment on a Saturday.
Sponsor.
All
Followed
State.
by Dawson's Creek.
Allstate, presented by Allstate. Matt, the game day matchup is Texas State at Utah State.
Yeah, they could be the ASC, the All-State Conference.
Yeah.
I kind of like it.
I think we should.
I'm not gonna lie.
I think we need to call the Pac-12 commissioner and say, "Hey, make a change."
Let's do this real
Man.
quick before we break, because
By
Matthew.
the way, her name is Teresa Gould.
Who is Teresa Gold?
Gould.
She's the
Pac-12
commissioner.
commissioner now.
Oh.
All right, Teresa.
Shout out, Teresa.
Come
we
on.
just did an amazing job for you and created hundreds of millions of dollars.
You're welcome.
George Klevikoff or whatever was booted.
You made it sound like he was dead.
Oh, no. I don't think he is.
Was he booted because all the teams wanted to leave the Pac-12?
Well,
Probably.
they ended up with 2 members. I mean, you're going to lose your job. By the way, Matthew is on the phone. He has an alien story. I'm
Here
for
we
it.
go.
Matthew,
You have started it.
Matthew, what's up?
Is it true?
Hey, good afternoon, Mayor Babs. I was fishing about 10 years ago on the Tennessee River in Waverly, break of dawn, and we kept hearing this. It almost sounded like a big fan. And out of a creek comes something, and we were like, well, what in the world is that? And my buddy who was fishing with his military goes, oh, it's just something from Fort Campbell. I said, it looks like a Frisbee. A dadgum 30-foot Frisbee. Zipped around, and then it took off. But I will tell you what truly convinced me of aliens. It was my mother-in-law.
Okay. There you go. All right. Thank you, Matthew. See, I told you about it.
He said mother-in-law.
Mother-in-law.
Convinced him that I
The
wanted to hear
mother-in-law.
the rest of that story.
Oh, sorry. Well, he left. Thank you, Matthew. I'm convinced. Aliens. Thank you, Matthew. It was a 30-foot Frisbee, you said. It's not from Fort Campbell.
Did we hang up on him?
He might still be talking. We cannot hear phone calls in our headsets. So I didn't. I heard it through the speakers, barely. So, anyway, we need to take a break. I have no idea if Matthew's still talking.
He's not.
615-737-1045 is the number. Coming up next, we've got Coach Mac, presented by Two Rivers Ford, and then Todd Furman talking about real games at 420 from a sports betting perspective. We'll roll through all the big games and Babs' game. That's coming up. Stay tuned. 3HL broadcasting live from Kings Bowl. Come by and do your fantasy football draft here today. We'll be here until 6, and then I'll be here after 6. So get here, have some food, have some drinks, do your fantasy football draft. We'll be right back.
Sometimes it is time to upgrade things in your home, like maybe your windows and your doors. And if you're going to do that, you should use who I use. That's Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville. They're the best. I've loved the experience, loved the price. I love the quality of my new windows. And you might be surprised to learn how affordable those replacement windows are from Pella. Even more affordable thanks to the Dawn deal that we get to do every single month and for the month of August. Let's see. You've got, like 4 days left, so give them a call and get no interest, no promo payments due if paid in full within 24 months, and 50% off qualifying installations. All you have to do when you schedule your free consultation with them is tell them that you would like the Dawn deal, and they will take care of you. So schedule that consultation. Go check them out online. You can do it all at PellaNashville.com.
Okay, so now we get some clarification. He was saying that his mother-in-law was an alien, and it was a joke, and that was the punchline.
Oh, I missed it.
And then the CIA, according to Jameson, hung up on him. That's what happened.
I can see that.
It's been a wild first hour.
All right.
Blue Raider fans, this is the night we've been waiting for. Saturday, August 30th, coming up this weekend. Kickoff is at 6 p.m. The opener, MTSU and Austin Peay. The season opener inside Johnny Red Floyd Stadium, MTSU and Austin Peay, and it is the first ever whiteout. We're talking about a sea of white, wall-to-wall energy, and a stadium rocking with Blue Raider pride. They haven't played in a long time. MTSU won that last matchup, but come see what happens on Saturday. Come enjoy the Family Fun Zone and Blue Raider Beer Garden on the field level. End zone reserve tickets, just $22. Rally your crew, grab your tickets, get loud. Don't wait. Go BlueRaiders.com/tickets. That's GoBlueRaiders.com/tickets. MTSU and Austin Peay season opener at Floyd Stadium in Murfreesboro, August 30th. That's Saturday at 6 o'clock. Blue Raiders, Governors, whiteout. Be there. Phil Floyd.
Good afternoon. It's 4:03. I'm Joseph Bonanno live from Kings Bowl out here in Franklin. The Titans got their first chance to use the top priority in the waiver order today, acquiring cornerback Jalen Armour Davis, linebacker Dorian Mausi, defensive lineman C.J. Ravenel, and cornerback Samuel Womack. They also officially signed defensive tackle Shai Tuttle. In response to those moves, the team released center Corey Levin, who started throughout all training camp, and waived defensive tackle Timmy Horn, linebacker Curtis Jacobs, cornerback Gabe Judy Lotley, and offensive lineman John Ojukwu. The team also signed 14 players to the practice squad, including wide receivers Mason Kinsey, Xavier Restrepo, James Prochet, running backs Jordan Mims and Jermar Jefferson, and quarterback Trevor Simeon. The team is expected to get Corey Levin back on the practice squad. For your Foundation apparel, whatever needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Balls. This is 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5 The Zone. Hope you're having a great Wednesday. Is that where we are, Babs?
Yeah, it's hump day.
Hump day.
Well done, Mayor.
Thank you.
Mayor's here. Do we have an intro?
Well, let's hold off on it because we have Coach Mack.
Oh, that's right.
So
Sorry,
let's do Coach Mack. Thank you, though, for the love, Dawn.
Yeah,
I appreciate
anytime,
that.
anytime.
Coach Mack presented by Two Rivers Ford, Britt Doherty, Don Davenport, broadcasting live from Kings Bowl, Kings Dining and Entertainment in Cool Springs. Fantasy Football Leagues, bring your crew to Kings today as I host your fantasy football draft party starting at 6 o'clock. You can come and do it before then. It includes great food and drink specials such as every pitcher of beer purchase comes with a free pizza. Coach Mack, presented by Two Rivers Ford. Coach, what's up? How are you?
Hey, guys, I want to hear the intro.
Oh, okay. Does Ross know where the intro is?
Oh, he
for
might
me?
not know.
Ross, it says,
There you go. Thank you, Coach.
Here you go, Coach Mack.
Thank you, Coach Mack. A lot of roster movement. This is a weird couple of days in the NFL where a lot of guys think they have a job and then they don't have a job. A lot of guys don't have a job and then they get a job, and it's kind of crazy. And then I wonder, what is football practice like before the practice squad is filled and after the cuts are made when you go from 90 to 53 just like that?
Well, I just left practice. I mean, of course, it's not open to to anybody, but I just left practice, and it in the 39 years I've witnessed this time of year, it's always strange because you step out on the field and you wonder, where is everybody? They've got all their practice squad players there now. I mean, they have a pretty good idea who's going to clear waivers and who's not going to. And anytime when you talk to players, when you release them, if you do want them back, you always say that you would like to have them back. If it works out, if they want to come back. So you got a pretty good idea. So the way that they've done it now, most of them are all ready for this practice. Now this practice, it's in shells. I think the head coach did say last week, and we did the same thing, that you're still going to work on a lot of individual stuff. You're not going to dig into the opponent yet. You might just take a little bit of a taste of the Denver Broncos right now, but it's a strange feeling when there's been over 100 people out there on the field, and all of a sudden there's half of them.
Were you surprised by any of the moves yesterday and today?
No, not really. I don't think you guys were either. I mean, everybody's got their ideas, and then some people have their favorites that they get attached to, but. Look, they spend a lot of time on working through this, and so I mean it's a lot of man hours deciding who they want to keep and who they want to bring back, and then the roster gymnastics this time of year, especially if you've got that first claiming slot. It's there's quite a bit of that going on. But you ask me, was I surprised by any of it? No, not really, Brent.
Not even Corey Levin? That one surprised me.
No, because you start looking at the numbers, and here's the thing, Don, that's really important now with roster construction. Now with the way it is, as to where you don't have a limit on how many years you can have of service, as to when you can come back on the practice squad, that didn't surprise me at all. Not at all. Because if you're on a 16-man practice squad, then you're just right there. You're still practicing. You're still doing everything. And with the number of call-ups that you get, once you're on the practice squad, Don, you're really on the team. You just don't get active pay until you're activated.
So that's the idea with Prochet also is they could theoretically they could call him up against Denver. He he could return kicks that day, give DK some more time to get ready.
Yeah, I mean, you've got up until game day as to when you can call them up. So look, if there's one thing that came out of COVID that really helps, it's the fact that a 16-man practice squad, and plus being able to lessen the restrictions on who is eligible for the practice squad, and also the number of call-ups that you can have. All of those roster gymnastics that you can go through now, it makes a whole lot of difference in the way you not only construct your roster, but how you can manipulate your roster.
Now, other teams can sign another practice squad player at any time, right?
If they elevate him.
If they elevate him?
But they have to put him on the active roster.
Okay.
But yeah,
That's
they can do it.
Yep. Got it.
They can do it.
Yes.
All right,
absolutely.
so
but that person has to go on the active roster.
Got
obviously game week practice is a lot different. Explain how so, but also have they been implementing things without necessarily telling the players that they're implementing game plan things?
Well, the coaches have been working on ever since they knew who the schedule was and who their opener was. The coaches have worked on this. They work on it all summer, and not only the coaches, but all of your support staff. I mean, the way you can break film down now, they do it every which way that you can. So they've already done that. Here's what you don't want to do with a squad, though. You don't want to start until you know who's going to be available, and you need to go through the preseason to find out really, some of the pluses and the minuses of what you have, and then compare it to the matchups that you're going to have with your opener. So no, you don't. And look, players are smart. You don't try to trick them, with things that you're installing. And what you don't want to do is inundate them with a lot of information that you may not use. So, I mean, they will just give bits and pieces of it today and tomorrow, but not a whole lot. But then it starts. The grind of it starts on Monday.
So, all right, how different will those 3 days of practice be next week compared with what they've been going through?
No, it's completely different. It's completely different. I mean, because now, first of all, you've got to run scout team, for each other, and then plus you've got a specific game plan that you're working on, and you're not only working on things that you practice and work. You're working on things now as far as to where you're studying opponent, you're studying matchups. And the players are studying matchups. You're studying tendencies. I mean, it's a completely different mindset than from what they've been doing. It's just not the same. I'll tell you that.
Coach Mack with us on 3HL. So the Denver Broncos matchup coming up. How different will that be from a challenge standpoint for Cam Ward at quarterback? I know Denard Wilson has thrown everything he can at him. I thought it was good. The Vikings threw cover 0 at him in a preseason game, which I thought was great. But how different is that going to be compared with what he has seen?
Completely different world. I mean, it's going to be. First of all, Brent and Don. Don's been on a lot of stuff. It's warp speed. That's the first thing is it's warp speed, and plus you've got people that are game planning specifically against you, not only as a quarterback, but against your scheme, against your individual matchups, and then there's adjustments that have to be made continuously, especially in an opener, during a ball game, because you think you might know what they're going to do, but all you've got to do is, and I've already dug into Denver quite a bit, which, I do it so that, I'm familiar with who they're playing, and I can express it on the radio as far as to what's going on. But Denver's a really, really good football team, especially on that defensive side of the ball. This is a legitimate, true NFL test right from the jump. I mean, it's going to be a lot different.
Coach Mack, are you good at running back? I know, Tony Pollard's had an incredible camp, but with Tyjae Spears down, we're looking at Julius Chestnut and Khalil Mullings. And we've talked a lot about those two guys battling for the third position, but when Spears went down, we changed the discussion to they're battling for the second position, especially if they don't add a running back, which they haven't. How do you feel about that position as we go into the opener?
Well, I'm good with it right now because you got two guys that know what's going on. I mean, you talk about bringing somebody else in. If you're going to bring a running back in and activate him, you've got to first of all, nobody's going to release a running back that is game ready right now that they felt like was. So that's just it. I mean, this is not fantasy football. I mean, and nobody's going to release somebody that's going to just be an immediate, all of a sudden jump start and going to make it work. So you've got to go with who you've trained. The thing that you got to look at is you've got to look at when you start to decide who the 46 are is who you want to be able not only to be the backup running back, but who you have that's going to have to play maybe 12 to 14 to 15 snaps on special teams too. There's a whole lot else that goes into it.
How far away is DK from coaches feeling comfortable with him as return guy?
I think they again. I don't talk to them about who they feel comfortable with, Don, but I think they're. He never really did anything to make them uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying?
I know, but we've been there before as Titans fans, Coach.
Well, you know what? That's life in the league. That's life in the league.
Who was the last decent returner?
Mark Mariani.
Has it been that long?
Yeah.
Mark Mariani was a pretty good. And everybody questioned when we went and got Mark Mariani. They thought we got Mark Mariani. Thought Fish did just because he played with Brandon there. Anyway, so you can't worry about what everybody else thinks. They'll have somebody back there that they trust. I know this. I know Bones Fossil very well. He's going to have somebody back there that's going to know when to catch it, and he's also going to have somebody back there that's going to hold on to it.
Coach Mack, presented by Two Rivers Ford. Next Wednesday at 4 o'clock, Coach Mack will be talking about the Titans matching up with the Broncos. It'll be game week.
Absolutely, and I know you guys study film, and so that'll be we're into it now. I mean, it's real for us too. So here we go. Who you got this weekend, Don? You got Marshall, Georgia.
I sure do. What do you think?
Good for you.
Some talent at Georgia.
I've never bet on a football game in my life. But if I had an extra $1, I would think maybe Georgia might win. How's that sound?
Maybe.
Yeah,
maybe.
You might have to give up like 39 points to get that $1, but that's okay.
Is that what the spread is? 39
and a half.
39 and a half.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Coach Mack, presented by Two Rivers Ford. We'll talk next Wednesday, Coach. Thank you.
Guys, love talking to you. See you.
There he is, Coach Mack,
Thanks, Coach.
presented by Two Rivers Ford. When we come back, we'll talk about all of the games coming up this weekend. Todd Furman, our sports betting expert in Vegas, joins us next as we broadcast live from Kings Bowl Dining and Entertainment. We would love to see you out here in Cool Springs, 3HL 1045 The Zone.
All right, you know that life can change in an instant if you're involved in a car wreck. An accident can throw everything off, from your job, your bills, your peace of mind. Maybe you can't work, and that means you can't pay your bills. Maybe you are mentally scarred. Maybe you're physically just not able to do what you used to be able to do. Well, that is when you need our good friends over at Bart Durham Injury Law, because they will take care of you. Marine veteran Blair Durham and his team have been fighting for folks here in Tennessee for years, making sure that insurance companies pay up. No upfront costs there, no waiting around, just real people making sure you get what you deserve. So if you have been injured, don't wait. Call Bart Durham Injury Law, BDIL, at 615-242-9000. They are here 24/7. They're ready to fight for you. They are local, and they are trusted. That's Bart Durham Injury Law, 615-242-9000.
What's happening? You feeling a little down? Well, you got somewhere to go? Well, listen here. I'm telling you right now, it's time to get active. How are you going to do it, though? How are you going to get that system of yours rebooted and back to working, putting what in you need not to come out? That's where the IVs come in. MedicalHouseCalls.com. Healthcare designed for your life. Listen, men hate going to the doctors, right? I'm telling you, fellas. I know I do. And the doctors, unless you got a cool doctor. doctor's office and how convenient it is to have them come to you, this is what Medical House Calls does. They come right to your door, schedule your appointment, and get, boom, in there. 615-838-2375, whether it's at-home urgent care, mobile IV therapy, all of these things that you can get taken care of. Feeling a little sick, your son or your daughter under the weather, well, no need to miss the school. We'll get Medical House Calls to come right on over. You can't play those little games no more. The doctor comes to you. This is exactly what happens 7 days a week, Monday through Sunday, 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Same-day appointments are available. Next day is guaranteed. MedicalHouseCalls.com.
3HL 104.5 The Zone, broadcasting live from Kings Bowl in Cool Springs. Bring your fantasy football draft here. We will celebrate with you. Also, Babs' Prize Closet opening up in the 5 o'clock hour.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, you have Hot Wheels Monster Trucks Live Glow and Fire at Bridgestone Arena coming up.
Ooh, that's fun.
Todd Furman has a lot of fire and glow and all those things in his hometown city of Las Vegas. Todd, what's up? How are you?
I am doing well this Wednesday afternoon. Hopefully you guys are as well. And the show is running extremely smoothly with Slay stuffing his face at an all-you-can-eat, all-inclusive down south of the border.
Absolutely love it. And I love the fact that we have so many games to talk with you about with the college football season officially underway. I know we had the Dublin, Ireland game and a couple others in week 0, but week 1, we've got football tied Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
And plenty of games with storylines, a lot of coaches on the hot seat, plenty of high-profile programs trying to break in new quarterbacks, new coordinators. So everything we think we know about the premier programs in the country either gets confirmed this weekend for most fan bases or they're completely thrown out the window if their teams don't live up to some of those advanced expectations.
Is this the most important week for you in terms of your board and your ranking system with each team?
I won't say it's the most important, but it definitely is one where you have to be paying a little bit closer attention to make sure that you haven't underrated or overrated some of these teams. You always want those measuring stick games for a lot of these high-profile programs, more so than playing cupcakes or a lot of non-conference games. Trust me, there are plenty of teams that have conference championship aspirations who we won't get an indication of how good or how bad they are for 3 or 4 weeks. And usually the betting market doesn't know how to price them accordingly. So if we can get a little bit of an edge, we do everything we can to take advantage of it. And always remember, whether it's college football or when we have this discussion again next week about week 1 of the NFL, very rarely is any team as good or as bad as they appear to perform in that first 60-minute sample size. Just ask the UNLV defense that allowed Idaho State to absolutely gash them last Saturday.
I told you, man, I don't know about UNLV and that I went under their win total. So we'll see. I know a lot of people
Look, if the defense continues to play like they did last week, and you may be able to cash that under win total ticket by Halloween. So we'll see what Dan Mullen can do if he can get in the ear of a lot of high-profile recruits that all want to buy in and play better than the sum of its parts, or it'll just make what Barry Odom was able to accomplish at UNLV the last couple of years before leaving for Purdue that much more impressive.
Yeah, that was an FCS opponent also. Okay, Thursday, a couple of games we want to hit you with. Number 25, Boise State, going all the way across the country to play South Florida. Boise State by 5.5 on the road. That game actually an afternoon game, 4:30 ESPN on Thursday. I can't wait. What do you think?
Yeah, nice sweltering heat and humidity down there in the Tampa area for that particular game. This number has been fun to watch all off season long. We actually saw Boise open as much as a 10-point favorite. We have yet to really see money on the Broncos come into the market, as there wasn't resistance at 7. Some books got as low as 6, and now we're even seeing this price dip down to 5.5. I think the biggest question that Boise has to answer is, of course, in the backfield. Can they replace the production that was lost with a top 5 pick in Ashton Genty? Sire Gaines, by all reports, has the skill set, but can he go out there and produce at the high level? A lot of reason to believe that this Boise team won't necessarily miss a beat with a defense that returns, more than half of its starters and some of its production from a season ago. You get a veteran quarterback in Maddox Madsen, but South Florida has also been a buy team from professional bettors. They're significantly better with Byron Brown being healthy. Alex Golish has gotten this much more bound program to back-to-back bowl games, and the one thing we've seen from USF is they're going to want to try and do everything they can to push the pace and tempo. Now, why USF decided even for a 5:30 Eastern kickoff, it'd be great in this heat and humidity to go all black remains something that I can't quite figure out. But look, if you want to sell merch, more power to you, even if you're sweltering on the sidelines. Should be a fun game to watch, and lean Boise here with the number below a touchdown, but won't be a game I get involved in. Would lean under the total at 62.5.
All right, another Thursday nightcap here, 8 p.m. Eastern. Nebraska at Cincinnati, and right now Nebraska favored by 6.5.
Yep, pretty much painted across the board for a Cornhusker team expected to accomplish big things this year. Their win total sits at 7.5. And they'll go as far as the new look offense with offensive coordinator Dana Holgerson in the full-time role and a sophomore quarterback in Dylan Raiola can take them. I do have some concerns about Nebraska defensively. They lost a lot of production, especially along that defensive line, and how that will look as they get into the heart of Big Ten play. But this game, in my opinion, is a little bit of a coaching mismatch. I'm not exactly a huge Satterfield fan, despite what I've seen from Brendan Sorsby that tells me he can be a quarterback capable of going out there and winning games with his arm or his legs on his own. But this has been a battle around that key number of 7. We did finally see some under money start to come in. Total got as high as 53.5, 54. Important to note, this game will be on a neutral field at Arrowhead, so if you're looking at it, no home field advantage. Right. I do have to believe, though, Nebraska fans are going to travel in a lot more force than what we'll see from Cincinnati. I think Nebraska is a team that can exceed oddsmakers' expectations this year, and it'd be the only way for me to look in a game like this. But it wouldn't shock me if the Huskers' offense doesn't click right out of the gate. They win, but find a way not to cover.
Yeah, I worked their bowl game last year. They've got some returners there. Okay, let's see. Hugh Freeze was talking about length and girth and starting 3 quarterbacks, and it's just been a heck of an offseason for Auburn. And Dave Aranda hasn't been much more normal at his press conferences. So this should be a good one. We won't have you handicap which coach says the weirdest thing in the postgame, but 2.5. I know you were bullish on Auburn a month ago. Are you still?
Yeah, I've taken a position on Auburn. Now, the dynamic in this game will change a little bit. Might buy back a little bit of Baylor if the number were to go from 2.5 to 3 and be able to try and land that potential middle here. Some over money has come in. 56.5 is where this number was earlier this summer. We're now out to 58.5. And if you believe all the camp reports coming out of the Plains, look, this Auburn offensive line expected to be a strength by many people when you bring back 4 or 5 starters. You bring in a couple Power 4 transfers. Hasn't exactly performed up to snuff. Now, if you want to take the glass half full approach, maybe it speaks to Auburn's defensive line being a little bit better than advertised. And we'll see some of that on full display because this Baylor team defensively has a lot of questions they have to answer. They had to outscore some of their frailty in the defensive back 7 late in the year in conference, and in the bowl game they just weren't able to do so. But always intriguing if you want to try and make a case for the underdog to know that you're going to have the best player on the field in the quarterback playing in familiar surroundings, catching points, and in my opinion, that's Sawyer Robertson. But I think Auburn a little bit more complete roster, and I think they can be the more dominant and physical team in the trenches. So I would still lean Auburn here with this number at 2.5. But again, wouldn't be surprised at all if it got to 3 and you suddenly saw some support for the home dog.
You still think we're okay Auburn money line at this point?
Yeah, I'm going to keep my position here. Again, not a big bet by any stretch of the imagination. And for me, look, we go through this enough over the course of the regular season. Do I want to lose any of my bets that I make? Absolutely not. Will I lose plenty of my bets? Absolutely. So it's keeping that level, even keel, and remembering that a week 1 bet won't pay me a hell of a lot differently than a bet week 9, 10, or 11.
That is right. That game, by the way, Friday, 7 o'clock on Fox. This one also Friday, 7 o'clock on ESPN. Georgia Tech at Colorado. Georgia Tech by 4.5 the last time I looked. I love Georgia Tech because I love their quarterback, Haynes King.
Yeah, this is a game, honestly, I'm kicking myself a little bit because I did not go under the total at 55.5 that was available earlier this week. And at 51.5, I'm not about to chase that particular number. Georgia Tech offensively loses some of their difference makers from a season ago, most notably Eric Singleton. So we'll see how much that changes, what they can do. But Buster Faulkner, their offensive coordinator down there in Atlanta, in my opinion, will be one of the hot coordinators, whether it's on the coaching cycle this offseason or maybe another year down the road for a head coaching gig at some point. With Haynes King, I think the big question we have to ask is, will he be as physical a runner in a non-conference game to try and preserve those shoulders that were his Achilles heel, so to speak, the deeper we got into ACC play later in the year? Just couldn't throw the football, but Haynes King accomplished a pretty impressive feat last year. I mean, 20 touchdowns, 5 interceptions or less, put him in rarefied air, and this is a guy that is a true dual threat. Meanwhile, on the other side for Colorado, so much has to be replaced, most notably Shedeur Sanders and, of course, Travis Hunter. We'll see exactly what the quarterback situation looks like. I have to believe Dion is going to lean on the veteran and Caden Salter the transfer from Liberty. And Salter didn't exactly acquit himself all that well in his final season in Lynchburg. He looked like he was a little bit checked out. So I think we could be talking about points at a premium. Again, not going to tango with the total already having been bet down. A little bit nervous about laying 4.5 with Georgia Tech. But look, some of the sharp guys I've talked to have made a case for them being a dark horse in the ACC this year. My big concern for the Ramblin' Wreck is what the defense will look like. I think one of the more underrated DCs in the country was Tyler Santucci, who is no longer in that post.
Todd Furman, our guy in Vegas, at Todd Furman on X if you have questions about games.
All right, everybody wants to talk about this one. Top-ranked Texas, number 3 Ohio State, 11 a.m. And right now it's Ohio State 1.5.
Yeah, it bounces around 2.5 to 1.5.
Numbers come down from where it opened earlier this summer at a full field goal. We've seen some under money as well. And I can understand why people are looking to bet Texas, because I can't remember a national champion that has this much turnover, losing an offensive coordinator, a defensive coordinator, and a quarterback battle that really wasn't settled until about a week ago. So a lot of questions for the Scarlet and Gray to answer, and then you factor in the layer of revenge. It won't account for the same, but I'm sure Texas would like to atone for what didn't unfold the way they drew it up last year in Arlington. At the same time, you're paying a premium to back the arch hype that, in my opinion, is getting to a point that it's a little bit overblown. Could he go out there and light the world on fire? Absolutely possible. But if you look at some of the tape in a limited sample size last year against Georgia when he had to step up in class, I mean, there's a reason that Texas wanted to bring him along slowly and that he wasn't out there for the biggest games of the year, but with an opportunity to usurp Quinn Ewers for that QB1 post. The Buckeyes, though, defensively, I feel more comfortable if Jim Knowles was calling the shots there instead of Matt Patricia. I spoke to one national book, and they told me that some of their biggest liability for all of Week 1 will actually be on the Longhorns because people continue to bet Texas. As the number trends down, it makes Ohio State more intriguing, but can't see myself getting to the window with a pregame bet on Ohio State, knowing that Texas coaching staff probably better equipped to make some adjustments in-game. Fascinating matchup, one that I'm not sure we'll be discussing at the end of the year because I fully expect both of these teams to finish with 10 wins or more and have an opportunity to be included in that field of 12 college football playoffs.
So you may be in the live game betting thing.
Yeah, I kind of want to see what we get from Ohio State as much as anything else. Texas is going to be smart to do everything they can to take away Jeremiah Smith, much like they did in the college football playoff semifinal. But you'd like to think that Brian Hartline and Ryan Day can come up with something creative and unique with an entire offseason to kind of break tendency a little bit. And look, sometimes the unknown of what we'll see from Julian Sand can favor the Buckeyes, but will be one of the more electric atmospheres in college football on Saturday. A fun game to watch, but I won't call it a de facto playoff elimination game. I think both these teams are still going to be playing meaningful football after the conference schedules are over.
Number 24, Tennessee and Syracuse in Atlanta. Vols by 13.5. Syracuse lost so much production. Tennessee did too. What do you think about this?
Yeah, for me, I think it's a big number for a Tennessee offense to be laying, even in familiar surroundings at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, and ask them to go out there and win by margin. We saw the Tennessee offense last year, really struggle for extended stretches. And if you unpack some of the numbers that Nico Amaliava put forth, you back out the non-conference stuff and games against non-SEC opponents, it wasn't great. Enter Joey Aguilar, who's going to take over. I mean, this is a quarterback who can make the big play, but he's also prone to make the costly mistake. And look, donning the Tennessee colors, that comes with a premium and a little bit more pressure than when you're playing down there in Boone, North Carolina. You mentioned Syracuse losing a ton, and I think it'll be interesting to see if Fran Brown is able to get this team back to bowl eligibility. They've been one of the top teams betting under their win total. Open 5.5. I've seen as low as 4.5. I'm not ready to sell all my Syracuse stock yet. I think Steve Angeli can be fine as a veteran quarterback beating out Ricky Collins. So for me, I think under and underdog make a world of sense. The under concerns me a little bit because this is one of the faster tracks in all of college football. We don't have to worry about weather playing a role, but it wouldn't surprise me at all if it was the first team to 27 and this game fell somewhere in that ballpark of 27-17 or something along those lines.
So you think Tennessee wins, but by less than 13.5?
Yeah, that would be my initial inclination. Again, haven't bet this game myself. I just don't feel comfortable hoping Tennessee goes out there and can win this thing by 2 touchdowns plus. But on the flip side of things, look, this Syracuse roster lost an absolute ton of difference makers, both on the offensive and defensive side. And so you wonder, what they're going to look like first game out of the gates. But I do have to give Syracuse the nod with a slightly more accomplished veteran signal caller and Angeli, knowing what he was capable of doing at Notre Dame, and the fact he went out there and won the job more so than Joey Aguilar. That, look, let's not sugarcoat it. It was essentially a trade of starting quarterbacks to UCLA, and there wasn't much in the way of competition in Knoxville around being QB1.
Looking at the same number here for number 8 Alabama at FSU.
Florida State going to be a different-looking roster, and for the better. Do I think they return to a team that ran the table and was left out of the college football playoff 2 years ago? Absolutely not. We'll see what Gus has left in the tank if he can get Thomas Castellanos to run his offense. The thing about this Florida State team, they know where they're a little bit limited, and they are extremely thin. I don't think that'll be an issue that they have to deal with in week one, but as the season progresses, it could be problematic both along the offensive and defensive line. They're going to do everything they can to shorten this game and to limit possessions, and I think that's probably their best approach against an Alabama team that, is rightfully priced as one of the SEC favorites. It's a team that's attracted a lot of attention to win the national championship, and I think you have to believe that Ty Simpson running Ryan Grubb's offense probably going to be a better fit than what we saw from the Crimson Tide last year when they went through a little bit of a transition period. Defensively for Alabama, I mean, there's nothing not to like about what this stop unit is going to appear to be. You haven't seen much in the way of an appetite for Florida State bettors, but keep in mind this number opened as low as 8.5. You'll see some Florida State money start to enter the market at 14. But a fun game that's probably lost in the shuffle, where if this was 2 years ago, we'd be a lot more excited to see it. But probably, outside the top 5 of the most intrigue, given how star-studded a schedule we're treated to over the course of the 5-day holiday weekend.
One of 3 top 10 matchups. Number 9, LSU at number 4, Clemson. Recently, Clemson by 4.5 has dropped to 3.5 last time I looked. What do you think about this one?
I'm high on Clemson. Coming into the year, it was a team that I actually bet in the national championship market. At price is no longer available, 12-1. I wouldn't be backing Cade Klubnik and Dabo Swinney now. They're, of course, the odds-on favorite, depending on the book you shop at, to win the ACC. So I think the betting market has caught up to them a little bit. In this spot, despite Brian Kelly not exactly going out there and getting his team to perform at a high level in week one, the only way for me to look here is at the underdog. I think LSU is one of the most talented teams in the country. I like what they have at the quarterback position. And if you're trying to go through these rosters player for player, I'd make a slight case that LSU is a little bit more deeper if that offensive line can gel. The big thing that we have seen from the Bayou Bengals over the last couple of years is an inability to run the football. And sometimes going on the road, playing in a game like this early in the year, it can be a little bit problematic. Clemson, for me, is going to be able to create some problems with that defensive line. I like this game under the total. I think LSU's defense will be improved, and I like the underdog a little bit at 3.5 or better. This game, I think, should be a lot of fun, and 2 teams, in my opinion, that really believe this game will set the tone for their season. But once again, much like Ohio State and Texas, I don't think you have to push the panic button. There are plenty of opportunities for both these teams to cement their resume, and wouldn't be surprised whatsoever if both of them were included in the 12-team college football playoff.
Okay, a couple more for you, Todd, but just real quick. I'll be in Athens. It's 39.5. I'm guessing you're staying away from that. What do you think?
Yeah, big number here. It's a question of if Georgia wants to win by margin. We've seen it before, Don, when they play some of these bottom feeder programs, more so at the FCS level. Kirby really likes to screw around, whether it's just trying to execute plays and running the same play over and over again. Maybe he wants to give Pugliese a little bit more in the way of meaningful reps behind, what we're going to see from Gunnar Stockton. And if that's the case, they can pile up points quickly. Marshall going through year 0 and a rebuild with a first-year head coach. History tells you Marshall is a live underdog here, but it's not a dog that I want to back, and I just don't trust Georgia to go out there and win comfortably. But it would be Bulldogs or pass. They can name the final score, and would it shock me at all if you left Athens after a 45-3 Bulldogs victory?
Another big line, Charleston Southern at Vanderbilt. Charleston Southern was flat out awful last year. Vanderbilt a 37-point favorite. The most points they've scored in a game, Todd, was against Hawaii. Since 1967, it's 63. Can they get over that?
Yeah, total in this game, 48.5. So if you lean Vandy, you may want to look for a correlated parlay and try and bet the favorite to the over. I know a lot of books won't necessarily allow that, but this is a game for Vandy that I think you want to try and see them limit how often Diego Pavia leaves the pocket. Of course, something easier said than done. when it comes to their diminutive signal caller. You'd want to see him emerge from this game without getting touched. So I'd be doing everything I could as Clark Lee, going, you know what, let's throw the football, let's get the passing game going, let's run the ball, because the schedule gets a lot more difficult in the 2 subsequent weeks with a return trip where Virginia Tech no doubt wants to exact a measure of revenge after being upset in Nashville last year in the conference opener at South Carolina. So despite Charleston Southern being a program that you're not going to hear a lot about after this week, I'd probably lean slightly towards Charleston Southern. But these FBS, FCS games, very difficult to try and get involved in unless you know which team is going to place emphasis on it and if a team actually wants to go out there and put up a crooked number.
Well, Slay wants Pavia to, he had a big rant about how Pavia needs to play to the fourth quarter no matter what's going on.
I said absolutely.
Because they need to make a point, he said.
Yeah, I don't know what points you're going to make in a game like this. I mean, Vandy raised the bar last year, but I'm pretty sure if Vandy finishes 5-7 and they beat Charleston Southern by 70, that's not going to prove any semblance of a point. And this is a schedule that has a bevy of landmines for a team whose regular season win total puts them right about being bowl eligible. I don't want Diego Pavia to take as few hits as humanly possible, especially in a game like this. And something similar would apply against Georgia State and Utah State, 2 home games that Vandy will get in Nashville in late September.
Todd, Slay said that Vandy's got to get to that 65, 70-point mark.
Yeah.
What are the odds of that happening?
Well, the over's 48, he just said.
I mean, the over's 48.5, so the odds aren't exactly great for them to try and get there. But if you dig into the minutia of the math, that breaks out to not even 44-6. 45. I mean, that puts the game over the total and still gets Vandy there. Let's put the threshold at 50 points for Vandy, and that's probably right around a plus 105, plus 110 proposition. So if Slay thinks they're going to get to 70, when he gets back from those beaches in Mexico, he's going to have to shop around for an alternate team total.
One more game, Babs.
Yes, real quick. Number 6 Notre Dame at number 10 Miami.
Yeah, a fun game on Sunday, and one that offered plenty of intrigue throughout Notre Dame camp until they officially named C.J. Carr as their starting quarterback. No movement throughout the course of the summer on the side. Notre Dame remains kind of painted as a 2.5-point favorite. There is a prominent book out here in the desert that has drifted this number out to a full field goal. The total, though, has taken a lot of under money. We've seen 54 now down to a price tag as low as 49. And that makes sense when you look at the history of Marcus Freeman since taking over at Notre Dame. In the signature Week 1 games, Freeman wants to try and limit mistakes. He wants to run the football, and he wants to do everything he can to kind of shorten the game. Meanwhile, on Miami's side, let's see how Carson Beck looks running this offense with a surgically repaired elbow. Miami doesn't have much in the way of returning production at the wide receiver position, but they do have a very talented offensive line. I think they're going to want to run the football, and this is going to be a game played in the trenches where both quarterbacks are committed to getting their ground game going, trying to open up the home run over the top with play action. Corey Heatherman comes over from Minnesota as the defensive coordinator for Miami, and I think their goal has to be limiting some of the big explosive plays over the top. I mean, we watched Miami give up chunk play after chunk play after chunk play last year. I don't think that'll be the same. Also, something else to keep in mind when you're handicapping this game, there's going to be an FCS matchup taking place at Hard Rock Stadium on Saturday on the same turf that they'll use on Sunday. The weather, as we know, in South Florida this time of year doesn't look great, so this could be one of the slower and sloppier tracks that we see over the weekend, which I think has to be music to the ears of Marcus Freeman, who probably want to play this game in a phone booth and win it with the first team getting to 20. So lean under the total, but would be more comfortable going under in the first half at 24.5 or better, knowing that you're not getting the best of it from a full game standpoint.
Is there another game that we missed that you like?
You know what? This is the hard part with games that have been on the board for so long. I mean, most of my positions now have moved kind of 3 or 4 points. And the last thing I want to do is give out stale numbers to anybody kind of scoring at home. So we'll have plenty of games to break down without as much volatility as we get a little bit more into the season. But, I'll hit on the Monday game because I'm sure a lot of people are going to be glued to the edge of their seat watching that one and the Bill Belichick debut as well. Keep in mind, North Carolina opened as much as a 3-point favorite at home earlier this summer. We've now seen a full flip of the favorite with TCU a 3.5-point favorite. No surprise, Gio Lopez named the starting quarterback. Josh Hoover, a fun guy to watch. Game has been bet under the total, but even with Bill Belichick having no college coaching experience under his belt, for me, it's a mismatch from the X's and O's standpoint. Let's see if Belichick can out-scheme Sonny Dykes on the other sideline. Just a fun game to watch, and one where I think some of the line value has shifted towards North Carolina, playing at home in Belichick's debut, catching 3.5. But game probably better to watch and see if there isn't a way to get involved as that game progresses.
On the way out, we had a listener ask about the U.S. Open. Do you have somebody that you find value there?
You know what? Tough tournament, especially on the men's side, where you look at Carlos Alcaraz and Jannik Sinner, clear-cut favorites, and rightfully so, the way they're being priced by the betting market. Novak Djokovic, hasn't looked like a little bit of a shell of himself. Lost the first set earlier today, but stormed back. But I do wonder about his conditioning when the competition starts to creep up. One match down the road to keep eyes on. If we do get Ben Shelton against Carlos Alcaraz, I think Shelton could be a live underdog on the men's side there, especially if that match is played in prime time, where we know the crowd is going to get behind the Americans. So something to keep tabs on.
Okay.
And as far as the women's side of the draw, if you're looking for a little bit of a dark horse there, you should be able to find Naomi Osaka out there at 20-1. A lot of boomer bust potential, but she has a pretty favorable draw, and I could see her making a deep run into the quarterfinals. If things broke the right way, the former champion may be able to surprise some people, but that may be worth a small nibble at 20-1. But again, tennis positions much smaller than what we typically bet in football.
Love it, Todd. Thank you, man. We'll talk next week.
Always a pleasure. Enjoy opening weekend in the 5-day football extravaganza. Dawn, have a great time. Headed down to Athens, and hopefully they'll validate your parking and let you leave by halftime if it's a blowout.
That's Todd Furman on Twitter. When we come back, 3 former Vols starting for Florida State. Got that for you next. 104.5 The Zone.
Zero Res. We all want insanely clean carpets. We all deserve them, and Zero Res can do it for you with no harsh chemicals, which means safety for your family and your pets. So here's how Zero Res work. They clean with ZR water. There's no soap. There's no residue. There's no harsh chemicals. The technology helps to clean and sanitize your surface without all of that, which means your carpet will stay cleaner longer and your surfaces will dry twice as fast. Not only does Zero Res have the highest approval rating possible from the Carpet and Rug Institute, but Zero Res also rated the #1 cleaning system in the nation by an independent testing laboratory. So when they clean, nothing's left behind. And they got a good deal going on for August. I'm all about promotions. And for August, for Zero Res, 3 rooms of carpet clean for $109. Also offering 20% off cleaning area rugs, upholstery, and air ducts. Restrictions may apply. Call them now. Set up an appointment. 615-535-9376. 535-9376. Book online at Zero Res, that's a Z, by the way, ZeroResNashville.com.
Football season is snack season. Do it the right way. Watch your games, but make sure you snack the right way. Maybe you got a bunch of TVs in your living room like I do. You definitely have that set up correctly. Now you need your snack game set up correctly. I want to tell you about my new obsession, Daisy French Onion Dip. One of my guilty pleasures during football season is eating dips with chips, wings, and veggies while watching the big game and, well, all of the big games, and we've got tons of them coming up this weekend. And now Daisy comes out with a delicious Daisy French Onion Dip and a Daisy Ranch Dip, and these dips are game changers. They are delicious and as delicious as a homemade dip, and they're made with real herbs and spices and other ingredients that you will find in your own kitchen. We're all watching games this fall. It's snack season. Also, maybe you're going to have people over. You need to be prepared with all of the things I mentioned, chips, wings, veggies, but also delicious Daisy French Onion Dip and Daisy Ranch Dip. Can't have chips without dip. Get it done any grocery store near you. Daisy French Onion Dip. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, 3HL broadcasting live from Kings Bowl. We'll be here until 6 o'clock. I'll actually be here after 6 o'clock if you want to come hang out. People doing their fantasy football draft here, and we appreciate that. Florida State hosting Alabama Saturday at 2:30 in Tallahassee. Alabama a 13.5-point favorite. You just heard Todd break that down. Hopefully the Seminoles have 3 former Vols that will start for them on Saturday. Slot wide receiver Squirrel White played 3 years for the Vols. He enters his last season of eligibility at Florida State. He is set to start in the slot. Defensive end Jason Jenkins was behind Dominic Bailey and Tyree West. Tough place to be. Had 3 tackles, 2 sacks, a forced fumble last year for Tennessee. He will start for the Seminoles against Alabama. Linebacker Elijah Herring, who's been all over the place in the last couple of years, led Tennessee in tackles in 2023, went to Memphis last year, and now is at Florida State. More coming up, 5 o'clock hour coming up next. 3HL, broadcasting live from Kings Bowl. Come see us, 104.5 The Zone.
All right, obviously, big games coming up, and maybe you need to make sure that your Wi-Fi is ready for football season. Well, you need Xfinity Internet. Booming, the most reliable Wi-Fi with the best in-class equipment. That is Xfinity Wi-Fi. Whether you are streaming, gaming, working from home, watching replays from home, the Xfinity Wi-Fi is booming, so you can do more of what you love and love how fast you do it with Xfinity Internet. Most reliable Wi-Fi claim is based on Open Signal Awards USA Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August of 2024. We have Xfinity Wi-Fi, which is a good thing because there's gaming going on with our 13-year-old. My 5-year-old is streaming movies, and that always changes. I have to do Zooms and coaches calls and work from home, so we love our Xfinity Wi-Fi, and you can get booming with your Wi-Fi through Xfinity as well. To get started, just call 1-800-XFINITY. Visit Xfinity.com or drop into an Xfinity store today for more details.
Football season is snack season. Do it the right way. Watch all your games with multiple televisions. Watch all your games with multiple snacks, but dip them all in Daisy French Onion Dip or Daisy Ranch Dip. You can't have chips without dip. Having said that, choose the best dip. Daisy French Onion Dip is the best. It's so great and the perfect complement to all the games that you will be watching. Daisy French Onion Dip at all grocery stores. We're watching games this fall, all of us, and it is snack season. Also, maybe you're going to have people over, and you need to be prepared for that, not only with your television consumption opportunities, but also your snack consumption opportunities. One of my guilty pleasures during football season is eating dips with chips, wings, and veggies while watching the big games. And now Daisy comes out with a delicious Daisy French Onion Dip and a Daisy Ranch Dip, and these are game changers. These are delicious as a homemade dip, and they are made with real herbs and spices and other ingredients that you could find in your own kitchen. They are phenomenally good. And again, Daisy French Onion Dip and Daisy Ranch Dip you can find at all grocery stores. Do it.
Good evening. It's 5:03. I'm Joseph Bonanno live from Kings Bowl out here in Cool Springs. The Titans got their first chance to use the top priority in the waiver order today, acquiring cornerback Jalen Armour Davis, linebacker Dorian Mausi, defensive lineman C.J. Ravenel, and cornerback Samuel Womack. They also officially signed defensive tackle Shy Tuttle. In response to the moves, the team released center Corey Levin, who started throughout all training camp. They also waived defensive tackle Sammy Horn, linebacker Curtis Jacobs, cornerback Gabe Judy-Lally, and offensive lineman John Ojukwu. The team also signed 14 players to their practice squad, including wide receivers Mason Kinsey, Xavier Restrepo, James Prochet, running backs Jordan Mims and Jamar Jefferson, and quarterback Trevor Simeon. They are also expected to sign Corey Levin to the practice squad. For your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Balls. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Welcome in, 3HL 104.5 The Zone Friday edition, broadcasting live out and about in Cool Springs. We are at Kings Bowl, Kings Dining and Entertainment at Cool Springs, broadcasting live today for our football season kickoff and fantasy football draft. Fantasy football leagues, bring your crew to Kings as I will host your fantasy football draft party starting at 6 o'clock. If you come early, you can. That includes great food and drink specials such as every pitcher of beer. Purchase comes with a free pizza, plus we'll have tons of giveaways and prizes. So come on out to Kings Bowl, and we'll do all of that. If you just want to hang and eat and drink, you can certainly do that. If you want to come bowl, you can certainly do that. Dawn will be here until 6. I'm going to stay a little bit later with the fantasy football stuff, so we will see you when you get here. When NFL season starts, Dollar Wings, along with beer towers that serve many. Bud Light Towers on special for $30, and any draft beer will be available in the tower, so keep that in mind when you're thinking about places to watch football coming up this year. Coming up on Friday, we're going to start a brand new segment with a brand new guest. Former Vol quarterback Jarrett Garantano will join us at 4:20 on Fridays to preview the Tennessee matchups that weekend.
Garantano?
Garantano?
I guess you can ask him on Friday.
We will ask him on Friday. That
also,
is for sure.
Can you do me a favor? Ask him why he didn't tell everybody like his sophomore year when it was already wrong.
I forgot about that. There have been several players that have done that, but
I
forgot about
we're
that.
up
I'm
to
glad
like
you
a
brought that up.
dozen that have done that now. It's
Zeph,
like
you've been talking to him. Have you found out?
No, I have not asked him. I honestly
JG?
honestly didn't
We're
think
going
about
JG?
it.
We're just going to do that?
JG, yeah.
By the way, on Friday, 104.5 The Zone's college football kickoff is this Friday at Yazoo Brewing Company in Madison, thanks to Porch Factory and Logo Brands. Dawn and Slay will both be out, so filling in will be Kevin Dyson and Mark Mariani, and they will both be there. So if you want to meet the Miracle Man, Kevin Dyson, Dr. Kevin Dyson, and Moonshine, Mark Mariani, they will be at Yazoo in Madison on Friday. Join us as we celebrate the start of the college football season from 10 to 6. The Buck Rising Show will be there from 10 to 1, Cover 2, 1 to 3, and 3HL from 3 until 6. And while you're there, you can sign up for a chance to win Tennessee football season tickets and prize giveaways each hour. Plus, you can try our pregame Pilsner and enjoy free kickoff T-shirts and glasses while supplies last. To learn more, 1045thezone.com/events. You can watch the show live, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
There she is. She's Babsy Davenport,
Let's
y'all.
go. Happy hump day.
Hump day. It is hump day, as a matter of fact. And Slay Dog is on assignment. He will be back on Monday. And that's a good time for me to let you guys know that we will be broadcasting 3HL live on Monday. We will be doing the show following the first, the week 1 college football weekend. So we'll be breaking down all of the games that happened. And it will be the start of the NFL week 1. So looking forward to that. We will be on live on Monday. Lots of movement in the NFL. How do y'all want me to do this? I was confused earlier.
I don't know. Just hit it.
Titans waiver claims for defensive players, no offensive players. Anybody surprised they didn't pick up a running back?
No, because if you look at what they did on the practice squad, I think that tells you what their plan is for running back.
Well, I mean, I don't anticipate either one of those guys being elevated. But I think, they're rolling with Tony Pollard, Julius Chestnut, Khalil Mullings against Denver. That's everything that I've been told based on the roster movement. I know they
And you
did
don't
add a
even
couple
know
to the
where
practice squad,
Khalil is.
Right.
Mullings, I mean,
he did
last we saw he was injured.
He did leave the game on Friday, and not a lot written about that. So we'll see. That was kind of surprising to me. But here are the Titans waiver claims. Cornerback Jalen Armour Davis from Baltimore, 6'1", 197. He'll be 26 on Wednesday. Happy birthday in advance. 4th-round pick in 2022 out of Alabama. Denard Wilson was his position coach in 2023, so kind of a hand-picked guy there, I would guess. He's battled injuries throughout his career, but has had a strong preseason. He's injury-free right now, had an interception in the last game. 8 tackles last year in 7 games played, 1 pass defense. But again, everything we read and hear, he's healthy. So we'll see there. Cornerback, another cornerback, Samuel Womack from the Colts, 5'10", 190. He just turned 26. Played in all 17 games last year, 36 tackles, 2 interceptions, 9 passes defensed. Going into year 4, 5th-round pick in 2022 out of Toledo. In Week 6 against the Titans last year, he was targeted 5 times. He allowed 1 reception for 2 yards. So that stood out to Titans coaches, I'm assuming. Justin Mello had that little stat. Thank you, Justin. And he has been added to the roster, as has linebacker Dorian. How did we come up with this?
Mausi.
Sounds good to me. From the Vikings, 6'1", 234, undrafted this year. He played at Duke and then Auburn. Actually led Auburn in tackles last year, was projected to be a 6th-round pick by some. Went undrafted. Against Kentucky, he had 10 tackles, 2 tackles for a loss, and a forced fumble. So Dorian Mausi gets in the mix there. Defensive end C.J. Ravenel, Baltimore. Don't know a lot about him. 6'5", 300 pounds. He's 25 years old. He had 2 preseason tackles. He is from Missouri Western. That's all I know about him.
Looked up his stats from his final season in college. I think he had 45 tackles, 11 tackles for loss, only like 4 sacks. So
at Missouri
Western. Missouri Western.
There's a reason he
he
was available.
So what?
Here goes Norm.
Okay.
Missouri Western.
Who was it we were talking about yesterday? Cole Strange out of Chattanooga. I think
Yes.
we were talking about that. And Don brought up, can't get your linemen from the small schools.
Am I right?
Well, here's a lineman that they signed today. They signed 2 players, not off waivers, but signed.
From a small school?
Clay Webb signed with Georgia. He was a former 5-star offensive lineman at Georgia State.
Okay, we'll give him a run.
3 years at Georgia and then 3 years, I think, at Jacksonville State. Was at the Senior Bowl this year. So they bring him in. And Shai Tuttle, former Vol defensive lineman, played with the New Orleans Saints for several years and then Carolina last year.
Not a small school.
Right. Those are.
Where was Cole Strange drafted again?
To the Patriots. I think he was
Number-
the 26th. I can look it up.
26 overall. He was a first-round pick.
Yeah,
I know he was a first-round pick because
everybody
What are we
jumped on
doing?
Belichick because no consensus board had him in the first round. And
Right.
Belichick went and grabbed him, and everybody's like, what is
What are you
Belichick?
doing?
What are you doing, Belichick?
Maybe he knew he was leaving, and he was like, hey, man, I'm going to dump this guy on you.
can we say that about John Robinson?
He was the
Here's a little first-round pick for you.
He was the 29th pick in the
Okay.
first round of 2022,
Yep.
which I guess probably don't remember that as much because it came after the whole A.J. Brown, Traylon Burks
Oh, that's
stuff.
right. That's
So-
what it was.
so Titans fans- yeah.
fans were in like shock and
Yeah, they're probably like out of the draft right now.
Shock and awe.
yes, disbelief and rewinding and watching Vrabel's live reaction on TV over and over. Yeah.
And guess what Vrabel did? He let this guy go.
The following players the Titans parted ways with, and then I'll get to the practice squad, okay? So some of these names will overlap. But they did part ways with center Corey Levin. That surprised a lot of people. Defensive tackle Timmy Horn, linebacker Curtis Jacobs, cornerback Gabe Judy Lally, offensive tackle John Ajuku. The practice squad, Paul Kaharski put this list out. Kendall Brooks, Ali Gay, Cam Horsley, Jamar Jefferson, one of the running backs that Zeph was talking about, Mason Kinsey, wide receiver. What was the stat? He's been cut 8 times and been brought back 7 times.
Yeah.
Take that, Ben DiNucci.
Jordan Mims, the other running back that Zeph was talking about on the practice squad. Thomas Odukoya, tight end. Uri Arie, God love me.
Oruwariye.
God help me on that one.
Can we just cut him
A-O.
so that I don't have to hear Brent say butcher his
He's on the
name
practice
every
squad.
time?
The only reason
Just
you're
get
going to
rid
hear
of
him
him.
is if the cornerback depth goes down. And honestly,
Dude,
that's pretty likely.
If that guy's on the field.
Dude, just
Isaiah Rakes, defensive lineman. Xavier Restrepo makes a practice squad. Shocker. We've been
Hey.
talking about that for weeks.
and all Titans fans can rejoice.
Andrew Rupchich back. Trevor Simeon back. Carlos Watkins back. And James Prochet, the wide receiver. They get the chance to sign him back to the practice squad.
So he'll probably be active week 1, right?
you get 16
To
on the practice
return.
squad. These are 14 names. That's why the thought is Corey Levin will be back.
And the other report came out. What was his name? Something Webb. Let me look it up. There was another offensive lineman.
Charlotte's Webb?
No, not Charlotte's
Why
Webb.
do you do that to him? You know you just stress him when you do that.
I
Yes,
do.
you do.
Because it keeps him from looking it up. To have to.
Oh, Clay Webb. Okay, here it is. Offensive lineman Clay Webb, recently waived by the Broncos, is expected to sign with Tennessee to the
Oh,
practice
yeah.
squad.
You play
actually-
them week 1, of course.
I actually went
It's a
through all of
no-brainer.
his information. Former 5-star.
So you knew the
offensive-
name and you just threw Charlotte's Webb out there? That's so mean. You could have helped me there.
Listen, I
Also,
like
it's a no-brainer when
I
you're
like
playing that team.
I like
week
to
1.
challenge you
Yes.
I looked it up.
and get in your own head.
Thank
'cause
you,
do.
Chris Thomason.
Yeah.
for
So,
getting me
what was it? What was I looking for? Now I'm pulling him. Mike Herndon, pencil in Prochet and Levin as practice squad elevations for week 1. So you can do that, and there's your returner.
How many
for week
times
1.
can a player be elevated? Is there a limit on that?
There is, yes.
I think two,
After-
and then you got to sign them or something. I don't
Yep.
know. Like the contract goes different.
Because like Prochet is going to have
I
to
don't know.
get
I'm speaking
signed.
out of my.
Prochet is going to have to get signed eventually, unless they feel like DK is good enough to take that job over it.
I think that's what they're doing, trying to give him time to get further acclimated. Yeah, I'm pulling that out
up
of.
to 3 times per season.
There you go. I'm pulling that out of a body part I mentioned earlier that I won't.
No,
be
it
curious-
is 3. I think it used to be 2. I
Okay.
think it used to be 2.
Okay.
Now it's 3.
Okay.
So if you're called up 3 times, then you have to be moved to the 53-man roster.
They screw you out the drive-through.
I'd be interested to talk with Mark Mariani on Friday and get his thoughts
After
on
the third one, yep.
Chimere DK and what he could do back there at returner.
When we come back, the Big Ten is expanding to 20 teams by 2030, according to an AD in the Big Ten. We'll tell you about that when we come
This is
back.
crazy.
Broadcasted live from Kings Bowl. We'd love to see you out here. Great food, drink specials, all kinds of things. 3HL 104.5 The Zone. By the way, Babs' Prize Closet will open in the next segment, so stay tuned for that. My buddy John Purtle, President and CEO of eSpace, is flat out getting it done. He and his crew are incredible. eSpaces.com. Check them out there while I'm talking with you about them, and they can you can see exactly what they're doing. eSpaces.com. eSpaces redefining co-working with exceptional offices for every business. 2 new Middle Tennessee locations. Give them 15. The new ones, Brentwood at City Park. Also Cool Springs right down the street from us at Corporate Center. So 15 locations. You can see where you can get a lot of people involved in whatever kind of meeting or discussion you need at a location that's near you. You can see all the locations, again, eSpaces.com. Designed for entrepreneurs, teams, and established professionals. They feature private offices, team suites, meeting rooms that are fully equipped, 24/7 access, flexible terms. If you need something short-term, long-term, whatever, they'll be able to help you out. Beautiful professional spaces that are move-in ready. Whether you're scaling up or just getting started, eSpaces provides flexibility without compromise. If you just need somewhere to have a meeting with a bunch of people, and you can do that. eSpaces.com, again, the website. Want to check it out? Tours available now. Reserve your space early. Visit eSpaces.com. That's eSpaces.com. 3HL 104.5 The Zone, Wednesday edition. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, broadcasting live from Kings Bowl. You want to do your fantasy football draft, you can do it here tonight. We'll be doing that at 6 o'clock. You buy a pitcher of beer, you get a pizza. How about that? Sounds good to me. You saw the pizzas walk by.
I smelled the pizzas walk by.
Oh, okay.
And they smell really, really good.
Okay.
I'm very hungry.
There you go.
So I just went and asked them because I was like, that pizza smelled so good.
Yeah, we got Butch over there. He's an Amazon driver.
Yes.
He's
I was
probably
like,
been to
he's
your
probably
place.
been to my house, although
Yeah.
he would remember my crazy A dog.
By the way, you put a picture out of your dog and Hadley's all hugged up on the dog, and the dog is looking with his weird colored eyes and pointing in different directions. I'm like, that dog wants to murder everybody it sees.
See, I look at that picture and he's smiling in that picture. He's like so happy in that picture.
Oh my gosh.
Now, if you walked in, he would want to murder you.
Yes, I know. I've been there and done that. Oh, the dog's put up.
I was like, I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
it's not
sorry.
put up.
I thought it was put up.
You both have done that. Travis did that to me one time. Come
I've
up on the
never
porch.
seen-
The dog's put up. Nope. Here
I
he
have
is.
never seen Mayor move that fast. He's like, oh, hell no. Actually, Slay moved faster. Slay
One of your-
moved even quicker.
One of your buddies was like, we need to run a 5K. And we're like, I only run if somebody's chasing me.
Or Dawn's dog is not put up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's definitely true. Well, I also knew, I was plotting my escape route because I had 2 seconds between when the dog hit me, which he did. I mean, ran into me. I was like, I could jump off the porch into the pool. Would the devil dog go into the pool?
Nope, he won't. He doesn't want to swim. Mm-mm.
Good.
He don't like
see,
swimming.
I needed to know these things. All right. Anyway, what were we talking about? Oh, the pizza over there with Butch and them.
It was good.
You tried some? They let you have a bite?
No, he offered me a piece, but I'm going to eat dinner with baby Babs tonight, so I don't want to be full because then
You should have brought it over here.
I can't get.
We're
I
hungry.
should have brought it for you. I'm sorry. Well, why don't you just order a pitcher of beer? I'll drink it with you,
Yeah.
and then you can have the free pizza.
We all need it today.
Look, Kirby said he'll have one too.
I mean, Philly Mike just brought you a bunch of THC drinks. I don't know what you're doing with
I
that.
know.
You need
I'm
to give
gonna
it to your
try
dog.
them.
No, you need to give it to your dog.
Oh, I do. I
You
do
should give
have.
that to a dog.
No, you can. I've got calming CBD bites.
Yeah, but I don't know if those
These are
need to go for a
THC.
dog.
Those are
Yeah.
THC, yeah.
Yeah, I think I might try that. This is like the new thing: is not
the
to
new
drink
thing.
alcohol, is to drink like THC infused
What
drinks.
flavors you got there? What's good?
Grapefruit hibiscus.
That's the one I got.
And watermelon
You have grapefruit hibiscus?
and blood
Yeah.
orange
It's over there.
bitters
All right.
and lemon juice,
Ooh,
iced tea lemonade.
Ooh, I bet you that one's good.
That was probably good.
Philly Mike's always hooking us up.
Oh, yeah.
He is. Anyway,
He's got a great voice, too.
what time
does.
is it? It's 5:26. Zeph, I'll order a pitcher of beer and you can have my pizza. Deal?
Works for me.
Pitcher of beer.
Is somebody else going to drink it with me?
No, have fun. Have fun. I'll eat the pizza
Oh,
by
man.
myself, though.
Yeah,
All right.
it's been one of those days. Brett McMurphy wrote an interesting piece for On3 about Big Ten expansion. By the way, Dawn Davenport, Babs Prize Closet, is going to open up.
Oh, yeah.
And she's going to have a family 4-pack of tickets to see Hot Wheels Monster Trucks live glow and fire at Bridgestone Arena this Friday.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
So that will
We'll do it at
happen.
the end of this break?
Yes.
Okay.
End of the segment. Brett McMurphy wrote an interesting piece on for On3 about Big Ten expansion. So the Big Ten is expanding to 20 teams by 2030. Where is Kirby? He needs to hear this. That's what new Maryland AD Jim Smith told Inside Maryland Sports Radio, that the Big Ten will expand to 20 teams by 2030. Okay? The Maryland AD told Inside Maryland Sports Radio this. So which two schools will it be? Don't know.
Do you think the Maryland AD is like, uh-oh, I'm in trouble?
Maybe.
I think so.
Well, he's new also.
Absolutely
So
he's in
I
trouble.
wonder if he thought, I'm just telling Inside Maryland Sports Radio. Like, that's not going to get out.
Yeah.
Everything gets out. Everything gets out.
Why do you want 20 teams in a conference?
Well, they have 18 right now. I remember when the Big Ten was 10. I remember when the Big 12 was the Big 8.
so
So now we're going to be the Big 20.
are they going to be the big 2 times 10?
2 times 10, yes.
Big 10 times 2?
I mean, we already solved the Pac-12's problem.
Yeah, there's the ASC, the All-State Conference.
All-state conference, because all of their teams are states, including cities that want to be states, I guess, like Boise State and Fresno State.
Do they have San Diego State?
San Diego
They do have San
State's
Diego
another one.
State?
Yeah, they have 3 cities that want to be states. So we've solved that problem. The All-State Conference presented by Allstate. Done. Thank you. You're welcome.
Printing money there.
So which 2 schools will it be? Don't know. Their choices now, and this is a good point by Brett McMurphy, their choices now may be different than they will be 2, 3, 4 years from now, right? So Brett McMurphy says one thing is for sure, it will not be Notre Dame. He wrote, quote, Notre Dame will never join a conference because it, A, has its own television deal, B, can keep its non-football sports in a conference, and C, has access to the college football playoff as an independent. UNLV AD Eric Harper said this recently, and this is good. Quote, there's going to be another round of conference realignment. Everybody knows that. What's that going to look like? Who knows? If anyone tells you they know exactly how everything is going to shake out, they're absolutely full of it, end quote.
Okay.
But he said there will be another round of expansion. What a time to be alive. I mean, seriously, like 40 years from now, people, like college football fans, are going to look at this window of time and be like, I wonder what it was like to be alive through all this. But, you know, the Big Ten going to 20, that's just setting us up for what Chris Lowe's been saying for a decade, that we're going to have a super conference and
2 super conferences, right?
No, one big thing.
Oh.
And it'll be SEC, Big Ten, maybe you keep your names, but it goes within the same umbrella, separate from everybody else.
It's going to be like its own little league with,
SEC and
with
Big
its
Ten.
with its 2 different conferences are.
That's why the Big 12 is trying to align itself with the Big 10. The ACC is just standing out here, like, you know, like a naked guy trying to take a leak in the woods.
Well, what was that report I sent you guys today on 3 about apparently North Carolina and Virginia are attractive candidates for the SEC?
Those rumors have been going on for a minute, but they're also attractive candidates for the Big 10 is what some people are saying. So they're trying to position themselves. The ACC is about to, go into the water like the Titanic.
Who do you want in the SEC?
Oh, I don't know.
I'm fine with how it is. I'm gonna be honest.
But who's the really? Who's the next team? See, I like Virginia Tech, but that's
I've
just
always liked
because-
North Carolina and Virginia Tech, but
Right.
can you split North Carolina and Duke?
No, you can't.
What about Florida State?
I've always kind of liked Florida State too.
Florida State, Clemson.
So do you go 4 teams?
Because if you bring Clemson, if you go after Clemson, you bring Clemson in. Then you have Clemson, South Carolina.
Yep.
You bring that in.
You got
it's already a
Florida,
rivalry, but
Florida
they bring
State.
in
Yeah.
Florida State.
But if you're looking from a business perspective, too, as far as getting more TV markets, then you would want a North Carolina team.
Do they go after Duke to make that happen? Would they?
It would be awesome in basketball.
I think if you go after North Carolina, you go after Duke, but then you have to go after 2 others.
And then you're at 20. And then
you're at 20.
And then it's 20
And so
for the
the
Big
Big
10, 20 for the SEC.
And my guess is the Big 12 would do something. And there's a reason probably why the UNLV AD knows things.
And then the Pac-12.
Because you know those guys are trying to position for – if he's saying, like, we all know that there's a next wave, all those guys are trying to position themselves to be added, right, to be gobbled up. What about Memphis? Could Memphis be a team that gets gobbled up?
Here's the deal. People
They
don't
have a
realize
lot more money
it.
than people realize.
Memphis has money.
Yeah.
They did. What came out with them in the Big 12? I think it was like last month. You guys remember
Supposedly,
that?
the Big 12 didn't want them.
That's going to change, especially if the SEC is going to continue to grow, the Big Ten is going to continue to grow, and then what do you do with the Pac-12? I mean, they're just going to bring more FBS, these
State schools?
these state schools in, these non-Power 5 schools. Like, hey, come join us. We'll take you.
Yeah.
We just need to get to the number.
Yeah. New Mexico State. Who else could they – what other states can they add?
Huh.
Montana State?
You think they'll just start reaching across the country and go like Tennessee State? Like those kind of teams?
That would be pushing.
That would be
Iowa
pushing it.
State's not leaving for the Pac-12. Thank you, Kirby.
Iowa State.
So, yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting point. Also, this from Brett McMurphy. Chipotle is giving every scholarship and walk-on student athlete at Florida, Georgia, and Ohio State a customized card granting them free Chipotle for the duration of their respective athletic seasons. Okay, I get Georgia and Ohio State. They've earned this, and I'm talking football. But with all due respect, Florida, I'm not trying to take a shot at Florida.
They're a big name.
They're a big name, but Florida over other schools, like, really? Have they earned it? Florida hasn't won more than 8 games in a season in the last 5 seasons. Not more than 8. In the last 4 seasons, Florida is 25-26 overall, 12-20 in the SEC.
Over the last.
But they get Chipotle. Why not
Why
Clemson?
is that? And Chipotle is based in California, so it's
Yeah, and they're everywhere.
Corporate headquarters are out of California, so why?
That's a little odd.
So why Florida?
I don't know. That was my question. And that's why I looked up their lack of success. the
It
last
was
5 years.
founded in Denver, Colorado, though. Did you know that?
Chipotle?
Yeah.
I've only had it one time.
What?
Yeah.
I get it a lot on the road because it's easy to get like the bowl.
The bowl, that's what I had.
Yeah.
I love seasoned ground beef. So
You remember the tailgate I went to with Slay Dog last year?
Where you vomited?
Yeah.
where you got lost going to Neyland Stadium?
you guys
You
were-
had to have someone help you find Neyland
Do you
Stadium
guys-
who had never been there before?
Yeah.
Do you remember the type of bag I
Which, by
used?
the way, you can't miss it.
I mean, it's pretty big.
Do you remember the type of bag?
It was a Chipotle bag.
And you went to school there.
Because we ate Chipotle before we went to the tailgate.
Oh man, that's not
Oh.
pretty.
So you-
that's not pretty coming
As
to
Slay would
back.
say, you earled into a Chipotle bag.
Yep.
What did you do with that bag? Did you throw it away?
Nope. Threw it under a car. A
Zeph,
parking.
do not admit
A
this.
parking.
So when they
When
they pull out, they're going to roll over that bag and spread the vomit.
No, I didn't put it under the wheel. It was like just kind of in the middle of the car.
Yeah, but I
This
mean, you're pulling
is-
out of a parking spot, you know?
It's
No,
not.
I couldn't find one.
I mean-
I couldn't find the stadium. You think I'm gonna find a trash can, Kirby?
Hey, I'm with you on Florida though.
Yeah, that's
with you
weird.
on that.
Why not Texas? Why not Alabama? Why
What
not
were the other
Tennessee?
two
Why not
schools?
Ohio State and Georgia.
Yeah,
Texas actually would have made sense because it's like Tex-Mex food.
Tex-Mex. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, maybe they're too good for
Oh.
some kind of chain restaurant trying to make Tex-Mex food.
I don't know. As
They
much
think
mon-
they're their own country over there.
as much money as they have, they might
do. I
they
lived
might be
there.
able to
You
turn
did
down
too.
NIL offers like that.
This is interesting. We both lived in Texas when we were kids.
Yeah. I was born there.
Yeah.
I lived there till I was 8th grade, and I still don't claim it.
You also say you don't really remember much of it, which is kind of weird.
You know what? It's probably because of that system, my brain that we found.
Oh, the brain cloud.
That's my
that's right.
that's my excuse for everything now.
Uh-huh.
Shout out Plano.
Shout out, yeah.
Ross
me
is
and
from
Ross
Plano.
were born in the same hospital.
I went
My-
to 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade in Houston, Sharpstown.
My wife was
Crazy.
born in El Paso.
El Paso. Look at all the Texas around here. And Kirby is randomly a Cowboys fan.
And
Having grown up in Ohio.
And an Ohio State fan.
Well, he has a legit story about the Cowboys. Would you end up on the team plane or something?
What?
You end up on a professional team's team plane as a kid, you're done.
1966, Nashville, Tennessee. My dad and I are flying home to Cleveland after my great-grandfather's funeral, and our plane couldn't take off because of landing gear issues. And they put us on the Cowboys flight going to play the Browns.
That's amazing. So the Cowboys players are like, what?
Who are
What's
these
up with
Browns?
general population on this?
Oh,
flight?
dude,
Who are
according to my
Plus-
dad,
plus
I had the
that
time
group-
of my life.
That group was known for getting down.
Bob Lilly swiped me before the seatbelt sign went off. I was 3.
Was Hollywood Hendricks on that team yet?
No, but Rayfield Wright, who I
with
met
like-
in 2009 at the Hall
with
of Fame,
pumps of
remembered
Coke?
that flight. Remembered that. He remembered the whole thing.
Yeah. Anyway, Texas.
Oh, there's Tommy Castellanos.
Florida State
Castellanos?
quarterback
Yes.
talking about the matchup with Alabama.
What did I say?
Castellanos.
Castellanos.
Hey, also,
Castellanos?
so In-N-Out
Tommy.
Burger is coming to Nashville, right? Are they already set up and open? I know In-N-Out's corporate headquarters is in Franklin, but there is a Facebook page like In-N-Out of Nashville or something, In-N-Out of Tennessee or something.
It is
that
not
you
open
can-
yet.
you
Oh,
can
I
like-
didn't know that. I just knew Whataburger was open
I
because the
did-
lines around the.
Well, Whataburger's been open for like 5 years, man.
It has not been 5 years.
It's been a while.
No, it has
I was
not.
still in college when it was open. Yes.
The Whataburger here?
In Murfreesboro.
Yes. In,
No way.
The
Yes.
20 yeah,
I
man.
promise
No,
you.
no, no. The one in Donaldson.
Oh, well, I mean,
Oh.
I mean, Hermitage.
I'm talking about Whataburger in Tennessee.
Not 5 years.
look it up.
I'm looking
yes,
it
I
up.
do, it has been since I was in college. I
No,
remember
I'm talking
to-
about Hermitage.
Nah, no one cares about Hermitage.
Why are
That's
you
where
in
Kirby lives.
Why are you in Hermitage? There is one at Donaldson. So when are they opening In-N-Out
Oh, I
Burger?
was looking that up.
But we got a lot of conversations going that have nothing to do with anything.
I
No.
know.
That's how we roll.
We need to focus.
What are we focused on?
I know there are 35 locations being added in Hendersonville, Murfreesboro, and Lebanon.
In and out?
Yes, in and
Yeah.
out. I don't see any
so there's
dates.
3 locations, not 30.
Well, I think they're in Clarksville. And they're going to have a bunch
total
because
of 35 restaurants
for
in
them to
3 locations.
For them to
In
come
3
here
locations?
in 3 cities.
For them to come here and have production and supply and all that stuff, they got to do more than 3.
This is according to Tennessean. There are 3 Whataburgers in Murfreesboro.
Really?
Mm-hmm. There's one on.
And they've been there for 5 years.
There's one on Old Fort. There is one on Medical Center, and there is one on Memorial.
The Whataburger in Hermitage, Tennessee opened on Wednesday, January 5th, 2022.
Okay, 3 years.
There's
What
a
about-
big difference between 3 and 5.
Well, in my
You guys
head,
are a bunch of jerks.
no, in my head, I was talking about Murfreesboro because that was the first one. I was just saying they opened in. Of course, they opened stores later. When did they first open? That's the question.
That's not what we were talking about.
That's what I was talking about. You
All right,
just picked
moving on.
one specific location that is nowhere near your house, also.
No, it's close to
Just
downtown,
randomly
though.
said Hermitage. Do you have something to give away, Don?
Babsy.
Yeah, here's a chance for you to win. Babs Prize
She's
Closet.
in his face right now.
All right.
Is it 6 o'clock yet, Babs?
No, this is a
20
family
minutes.
4-pack of tickets to see Hot Wheels Monster Trucks Live Glow and Fire at Bridgestone Arena. It's this Friday night, by the way. Hot Wheels Monster Trucks Live Glow and Fire. 615-737-1045. Be caller number 5 right now to win. Good luck to ya.
Where's that picture? You get that yet?
Working on it.
Okay, good. We'll be right back. 3HL at Kings Bowl in Cool Springs.
Okay, important message from our good friends at Bart Durham Injury Law. There are lawyers out there that chase ambulances, and they will do anything to get your attention. By the way, that they're breaking the law. That's not legal. It's okay. Blair Durham and his team don't do that. Marine veteran Blair Durham and the team at Bart Durham Injury Law, they don't play those games, but they are there waiting for you. When you make the call, they answer. Blair Durham and his team have been fighting for folks in Tennessee for years. They're making sure insurance companies pay up with no upfront costs and no waiting around. It's just real people there, no gimmicks, local, trusted, ready to fight for you, a team that is on your side from the start. That is BDIL. So if you or someone you love is ever in a car wreck, please remember Blair's number, 615-242-9000. Local, trusted, ready to fight for you, Bart Durham Injury Law at 615-242-9000.
First Middle Tennessee location was in Hermitage, 5055 Old Hickory Boulevard, opened late 2021.
Okay.
I love you.
Guess what? That's still not 5 years.
It's still not 3 years. It's right in the middle. Split the
4.
difference. Go up to Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. That's where you need to go to get that next new vehicle. Whether you're looking for a car, truck, SUV, or Jeep, new or pre-owned, Gupton is your spot. They are awesome, awesome people, and you're going to love getting to know them. Just let them know what you're looking for, whether you need more space, whether you need something, maybe you need to save money monthly, whatever your needs are, they will be able to help you out, and they'll be glad to do so. They'll point you in the right direction. You take your test drive. Go inside. They will help make the numbers work, and it will be that easy. Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, 3450 Tom Austin Highway in beautiful Springfield, Tennessee. About 30 minutes from downtown Nashville. Best vehicle buying experience you will have ever had. Some of the deals going on, you can check these out online, GuptonMotors.com. You can see the inventory there, all the deals they have going on in the month of August right there. 20% off MSRP on certain 2025 Ram 1500 models. 2024 Ram heavy-duty trucks, more than $10,000 off. 2025 Jeep Wranglers, over $5,000 off. Huge selection of pre-owned inventory with competitive market pricing. Finance approvals for anyone, any credit situation, they can get you approved. Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, 3450 Tom Austin Highway in Springfield, Tennessee. Online, GuptonMotors.com.
We're almost there, boys and girls. One more segment. Let's finish it out on a high note, baby. Tighten up.
HL 104.5 The Zone. Britt Doherty, Don Davenport. Rocking it out at Kings Bowl in Cool Springs. Love coming out here. By the way, my buddy David Johnson sent me a picture of the In-N-Out going up in Lebanon. It looks almost done. Doesn't it? How about that?
Yeah, it looks like the only thing they're doing is like planting trees in the parking lot.
Dewey Cheatham and Howe on the FNA Bank chat
Yes.
said that it is expected to open fall 2025. So it makes sense that it's almost
so
done.
we're close.
The-
Are we driving to Lebanon?
We're just going to take a little trip.
Yeah.
We can get a Ramon Sprinter van and just go out there and watch a movie while we go.
I'm pretty sure didn't he sell that?
No.
No.
Did he?
I think
The one we took to Atlanta?
Yeah, I think Will Bowling told me he sold it.
Man, that's the second one he sold.
I wonder if he flipped it for a profit.
Well, why else would you do it?
Yeah.
I mean, he did customize it, that's for sure. The Patriots have claimed former
awesome.
Giants fan favorite quarterback Tommy DeVito.
Tommy Cutler.
Tommy
The
DeVito.
Pats- Dude, doesn't he just fit Vrabes?
Yeah, but does the agent fit Braves? Like, can you see that?
God.
Like, we met the agent. Like, if you haven't seen him, Google search Tommy DeVito agent. I forget what the guy's name is, but
We had him on our show.
we had him on
Sean
the show for-
Stellato.
Sean Stiletto.
Thank you, Ross.
So, thank you, Ross. He he was at Super Bowl Radio Row, and he was great. We had him on the show. He was great. But, man, this guy is something. Can you imagine, like, him trying to be on the field, like, what's his name? Drew Rosenhaus?
Yes.
When Drew Rosenhaus comes in town, he gets, like, complete access, and to whatever facility he's going to. Can you imagine if Tommy DeVito's agent, like, hey, Braves, I'm going to stand over here next to you while you two practice? Braves be like, can I wear your hat, please?
I think Braves would have some choice words for him.
He would
to
not wear his hat. That is for sure.
No, I think they're both like
Get off the practice
they're
field.
both kind of Yankees.
Yep. Our buddy Scoob, Yankees. Kirby just put his arms up. Kirby's from Ohio. Is he a Yankee?
Yes.
Yeah, I was just saying, if Braves is if you're calling Braves a Yankee, then yes, Kirby's.
Yes. My husband's a Yankee.
Where is he
Seriously.
from? Where is Travis from? Indianapolis?
Elkhart, Indiana.
Oh, where was that?
Elkhart?
Elkhart. Yeah.
Like Elkhart.
Yes.
Huh.
Elkhart sounds like a guy that played football on the high school team that you call Elkhart.
He
And
lived in Salina, Ohio,
And then
too.
he like slams a beer can against his head. That's
Salina,
Elkhart.
Ohio, and Elkhart, Indiana. That's a Yankee. Now, when you're talking like up north, that's a damn Yankee.
See,
Remember?
what we were explaining was, who was it? He ended up as a scout for the Cowboys for 18 years. And he was told in Dallas that he was a damn Yankee. And he goes, I'm not just a Yankee. And they go, no, a Yankee is somebody that's from the north. A damn Yankee is someone who won't leave.
Oh. So that's Kirby then. I guess Ohio's
You're a
not really
damn
the
you're a
north, huh?
damn Yankee.
As my husband says, I'm a Midwesterner. I'm like, no, you're a Yankee.
You're a damn Yankee.
I love it. The Vikings have acquired former Vikings star wide receiver Adam Thielen. They finally got that deal done.
I love that. Former Vikings.
I didn't know how to write that. I was like, I mean, that is what he is. In a deal with Carolina. So Minnesota receives Adam Thielen. They get a 2026 7th-round pick. I think that's conditional. And a 2027 5th-round pick. Carolina gets a 2026 5th-round pick and a 2027 4th-round pick. So a lot of future picks involved. I saw one of those deals that went through yesterday involved a 2028 pick. I don't remember seeing somebody giving up a draft pick from 3 years down the road. That's some advanced thinking right there. NBA does that all the time. NBA will be like,
was that maybe Jacksonville?
I don't remember. I mean, Jacksonville is doing a bunch of weird things.
That's just dumb. And that is so dumb. By the way, I forgot that Mike Vick has his coaching debut coming up at Norfolk State.
That's right.
Yeah.
I saw an interview with him. He said one of the things that he had to deal with early is that they literally did not have a kicker. Like, no one on the team ever kicked before.
Like, when he got there, he had 0 kickers.
No kickers. I don't know what he did. Usually you go to, the soccer team.
Yeah, they hold an open tryout. Hey, everyone on campus who can kick a football.
I mean, they've done that before. Derek Dewey did that at Tennessee.
Yeah, wasn't there a frat boy that
Brodus.
ended up? That's right.
Brodus.
Derek Brodus.
He was in the frat house, and Derek Dewey tells his story so well. He's so funny.
Yes.
And he was like, get Brodus out here. He had kicked in practice or something, and somebody got hurt before the game. He's like, get Brodus out here. They're warming up. And so he's like, where's Brodus? And they say he's at the frat house, and he's like, gosh, I hope he's not drunk. Can you imagine? Dooley would probably still have done it, though. Like, hey, man.
No doubt.
Just get him a ride. Get him here. We'll aim for the one in the middle.
Yeah. Just get here. By the time you're going to have to kick, hopefully you'll be sobered up.
Wouldn't that be such a Derek Dewey thing to, have a drunk kicker kicking field goals?
Yeah.
And extra points? Brodus made the extra points, didn't he? I think he did. I also think he lives in Nashville. Because
I think he does.
The last time we brought it up.
He listens to our show.
Brodus, shout out Brodus. What's up,
What up, bud?
As long as we do the show, your name's going to come up at some point. Jimmy Shapiro sent this from betonline.ag. The most likely AFC South exact order of finish. You want this real quick before we get out of here?
Yeah, hit it.
First place, Houston. Second place, Jacksonville. Third place, Indianapolis. Fourth place, Tennessee. That's 9-1. Right off of that, though, is first place, Houston. Second place, Jacksonville. Third place, Tennessee. And fourth place, Indianapolis. You got to go down the list to find Tennessee in that thing at 22-1.
Wow.
So, anyway, we appreciate you guys listening. We always do. We'll be back at it tomorrow. Stoney Keeley will be sitting in as Babsy will be headed to Athens and Slay Dog on assignment as well. So look forward to that. We'll talk a lot of Titans football tomorrow. We'll be in studio. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you for including us in your day and in your lives. We do not take that for granted, nor do we take that lightly. Have a great night. Good night. God bless.
See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya.
Unless.
Shout out to everybody who came out to this wonderful remote today.
We appreciate
to
that.
play fantasy football.
3HL.
Fantasy football.
Bingo card. It's hard being a woman, Babs.
Heck yeah.
Do you think that was a rectum move?
3HL.
I do believe the ACC is standing.
Let's face it, buying a vehicle should be straightforward and stress-free, and that's exactly how Two Rivers Ford has been doing business for decades. This locally owned dealership has a non-commissioned sales team whose only focus is to find you the right vehicle at the right price without the pressure. So you'll actually have a fun car buying experience. Great prices, easy financing, and a non-commissioned sales team. Two Rivers Ford, the South's most trusted Ford dealer.